Yo, dudes. So, guys, I've been sitting here talking for at least 5 to 10 minutes by myself. I forgot to hit the go live button. So there you go. You're going to see that all in the background there as I'm now launching go live. You can see the look of despair on my face here. Take a look at it. I know you guys are slightly delayed there. But yeah, dudes, that's where we're at. So yeah, guys, I've been just talking to myself the whole time here. I launched the video and nothing clicked in there. So is everything working, dudes? Let me know if you got audio here. Dudes, I was laughing about the comments that were being there about the video yesterday. French press Pop-Tarts for the Monday Blues 54321. And yeah, exactly, dude. I left it paused there forever and I didn't go live. So it just kept sitting and sitting. I think, no, it wouldn't even have been live. What? I don't even know what happened with the start of the video there, guys. Bingo, bro, dude. Yeah. Dudes, so yeah, I've been on talking to myself for about 10 minutes. And I could tell because it said in my chat here, it just says waiting for Inside Cycling. Well, I mean, what do you mean you're waiting for? I'm right here. I'm right here. Yeah, all by myself, exactly. So yeah, I just chatted by myself there, dudes. So we got 174 kilometers today. We've already covered 34.6 at 46.1 k an hour. I was saying earlier at the start of the video, really not blisteringly fast. We've seen stages like this where it's very, very flat for 80, 90 k at the beginning, and they'll be like out 50, 51, 52 k an hour average. So this is not a blistering pace. The good thing here is that Ethan Hayter is in the group. Hayter in the green jersey. Poggy actually has the green jersey, guys. Poggy does have the green jersey. He got points yesterday for finishing high up at the finish, whatever it was, second or third, whatever he got. We saw that beautiful attack by Vogt at 2.5 Ks to go. Poggy reacted. That was just a 1-2 combo. And then Brennan went. There's no way Poggy's ever going to have a chance ever to keep up with Matty Brennan. Brennan just trounced the field yesterday. Let's just say 6, 7, 8, 10 bike lengths. I don't even know what it was, but it was huge. I was waiting. I'm like, okay, where's everyone else? Yeah, really good victory for him yesterday. So that's 1 for Visma, 1 for UAE. And I think we're going to see a lot more by Visma and a lot more by UAE. Yeah, let's call that podcast start a Lagac. Yeah, I Lagac that one, guys. That was a full Lagac there. Dudes, what we're going to do is, why don't we take a look at the 3D route today? And boom, let's get it going. I'll speed it up a little bit because it's kind of a long one. So dudes, it's a long, long ways to that sprint point today. The back end of this stage, the final quarter, is like all uphill. We've got 2 big climbs to take on. I think one of the climbs is just over 19 kilometers, 20 kilometers, roughly, depending where you measure it from. We hit the KOM, the category 1. We dip down a little bit, and then we got another 10-kilometer climb. They're not overly steep, averaging 5-6% roughly. Aaron's telling me to check out the Tour de l'Avenir profile today. Poggy has all the jerseys, except the white. I guess except the white. Total uphill ramp today. Brennan, the fastest biker now. Is it still him earlier? Dude, they're all tier 1. I mean, Matty Brennan's up. There is that big 19.4 kilometers at 5%. We dip down quickly. At 10 Ks to go, we start climbing again. And we finish up with 9.8 kilometers at 5%. So we basically have 30 kilometers of climbing. According to this, we got a category 1 with a short reprieve and then straight into a category 2. So let's jump into the live feed here. Yeah, sorry guys. Terrible start today. I mean, I probably chatted for, I don't know, 10 minutes. So what I do is when I set up the stream, I'm waiting for this to catch up here too. I don't know why. Oh, resume tracking. That's why. Hit that column. So it should catch up here right away. It's probably going to jump. I basically start that video. I send it to YouTube. I go into YouTube. And once I see it, I click go live. That gives me 60 seconds to come back, change the screen in the background, jump back into OBS, click over into the green screen background that you see here. Yeah, this isn't refreshing right now, guys. So we'll jump into this one. let that kind of work in the background there. And once I see that that's going, I watch. So basically, I watch the video that's playing, and when I see the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, I hit green screen mode, and then yo dudes, that kind of thing. Well, I forgot to hit go live in the YouTube thing, so that's what happened there. Tom Schenk. Tom Schenk saying, okay, you got more morning from Stephen Spalding here. Isn't it actually bad haters in this group being down only 29 seconds to Peloton will never let them go to the line? Don, you're back, dude. Don, you're back. Got your message yesterday, Don. Yeah, dude. Haters going to be out there every day trying to get points. Yeah, there's an Andorra stage. Tomorrow's Andorra, so still Pyrenees. That's correct. Dudes, I want to jump back here for a second. So in the points, Poggy 42, Hater 37, Matty Brennan 30. About 25. Powell McHale for finishing second place yesterday. Second? Yeah, second. And Poggy got third. Mads Pedersen got fourth. Actual GC, though, we got Poggy in first place, 9 seconds down is Wout. Matty Brennan in third at 10 seconds. Leo Biscio at 12. Finn Fisher Black at 14. Kung at 18. You're going to see a lot of the guys from the TT here, like Jay Vine, Stefan Kung, Finn Fisher Black, Leo Biscio. That was based on their time trial results. They're still hanging right there. They just finished in the peloton yesterday. Everyone getting the same time. So Poggy picked up a bit of time. I could see Wout getting the jersey at some point. If he sticks this close, Wout could easily jump ahead and steal that jersey from Poggy if Poggy lets him. Yeah, this is really cool. So I'll bounce out here. And there we go. Yeah, so guys, great stream yesterday. What did I do yesterday? We did the live stream that went... I don't even know when it finished. I don't even know what I did yet. Oh, I rode the bike. I hung out. Yeah, Addison was busy yesterday. Oh, we're having dinner tonight. So Magnus Cort's in the break. Oh, yeah, dudes, I was going to talk about this. Ethan Hayter, yesterday, remember his torn jerseys? He actually, I think he cut his bib shorts. So basically what happened is all they had for the green jersey equipment for him, kit, was extra small. And he goes, I don't know how long I'm going to get to wear the green jersey for, the green kit. So he wanted to wear it. So at the beginning of the stage, the right leg was cut. It looked like someone cut it. It didn't look like a crash. It was kind of weird. I kept saying, I can't see any damage. There's nothing else on his body, not a scrape. And then later on in the stage, the other leg was cut. I think his team car came along and actually cut his shorts for him. So they were like flapping in the wind the whole time. Yeah, Mikhail Powell was a surprise. Yeah, me too, man. Aaron saying, thanks for the comment on stage 2 video. Yeah, dude, Aaron, thank you so much, dude. Like I said, dude, brutal 8 months for me. And I mean, everything I say, guys, this community keeps me, I don't want to say bound too dramatic, but kept me alive. Days where I didn't want to come on live and stream, I did. And as soon as I started doing it, I was like, yeah, I'm back. Mark Hogan here saying, I wish for a great race with no crashes. Yeah, dude, I think technically we've only had one crash at this race so far, and that was Sergio Chimil Giovanni. Is that his name? He rides for, was it Burgos? Yeah, right here. Sergio Giovanni Chimil, the Guatemalan rider. He crashed, and when they found him on the road, he was just off the side of the road. There was some gravel on the side of the road, and basically he landed face down on the road. When the camera cars pulled up, the motorbikes, he was just looking around dazed, I need help here. So he's the only rider, I think, out of the race so far due to a crash. So that's our one crash really so far. We did see a stat yesterday, numbers of crashes can be quite high. Actually, didn't it say Uda Brooks had a crash too? I thought it did. But must have been pretty minor. Yeah, Rail, I like that, dude. I like that a lot. Did we get a haircut? Aaron, I got my haircut on I got the haircut on Saturday, didn't I? What? Is today Monday? I got my haircut on Saturday after the first stage. Dude, I'm lost track of times. So yeah, I already got my haircut. Yeah, I rode a bike. I hung out. I buried some pests. Indeed. Yeah, zero communication. Zero. Zero. I'm at the point now too. There's some. How do I put it? Separation stuff's done. Finances divided. There's some money owed to someone. That might be a write-off. I just think I need to go disappear. Yeah, we're the green kits leftovers from the Femenina Vuelta. Ethan is busting out of his small stuff. Yeah, guys, so they gave him kit that was too small, and he wanted to wear the green bibs. And he even made a comment. It was kind of ridiculous trying to get into them. Yeah, busting out of small stuff, sponsored by the P-Hub site. You guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. These Drew's saying these two little dimples might be fun upcoming. Yeah, there's two little bumps coming up. Dudes, I'm going to try to get this one going again. Yeah, here we go. So it's kind of done in the background. So we have 6 riders in our break. Lagac. I Lagacked at the start of the video. Hader, Court, Helamos. I want to say Skelamos. Roizen and Wenzel in the front group. They've got a 2-minute lead right now over the peloton. Still 177 riders. So what does it mean? We started with 184 riders. We've lost 1 rider. Still have 183 in the balance. Well, we're talking about Baywatch here. Just looking for my live stream coming. What else is going on in the world of racing today? Probably not a ton today. Aaron wanted me to check out. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at this, guys. So Aaron says, check this out. 67 running of the Tour de l'Avenir. It's an under 23 race, stage 5, the individual time trial. 11.4 kilometers straight uphill. I'm not even sure where we are for this one. Les Carros to Flaine. So it says the total climb is 11.5 kilometers at 6.5%. That'd be really good to watch. I do have that coming up too, but it's later. So I might be able to see some of that coming up today. UAE's on the front now in the peloton pulling. And I just want to kind of bounce around a little bit, you guys. I'm really not dialed in yet. Yeah, Helmos is way too close to Skelmos. Yeah, dude, you're right. ASO, the largest bicycle race organizer in the world, only has extra small points kitted to Grand Tour. What a joke. Yeah, dude, totally. Yeah, like, oh, this is all we got. Extra small. What, do you think Poggy would have gotten that? Nah. That's what Hader gets. Oh. Rail saying at l'Avenir, they're only doing the last half of the climb. The entire climb is 21 kilometers at over 6%. Dude, that's kind of what we're doing today here. If you look at this Category 1 climb, the first part, 19 kilometers at almost 5%. So it's a little bit easier. But yeah, it's 20 kilometers at 5. I would rather do 11 kilometers at 6% versus 20 kilometers at 5. This is really going to grind them down. There'll be, like, the peloton will be absolutely decimated up here. Gone. I think this early in the race, guys, even on this climb here, I bet you there's going to be 20 or 30 dudes left in that GC group at the front. That's my guess. 30, 40 maybe. It's early in the race. Then they've got a little bit of a break and they climb another 10 kilometers at 5%. So yeah, it's like 30 kilometers of climbing in the last part of the race here. So wonder where they're saying it's from. So they've got the climb starting. So if the climb peaks out at 154 here, 153, they're saying it starts after the sprint point. It looks like it starts a long ways before that. They'll be climbing before the sprint point, falls flat through that section. Oh, that's Drew's favorite ski station. Flen, pronounced Flen like Ben. Okay, Flen. That's Drew's favorite ski station from back in his Euro travel days. Aaron's wondering, how do you rank the Alps ski stations? Having the coffee, guys. Sun's coming up. Yeah, so today, I think I'm going to get out of here early today. I got my ads up for the 5 units in Didsbury, so they're up. I need to share them to a few other sites, like on Facebook Marketplace. You can share to different groups. I need to share to a few different groups. I got to do that today. Then I'm going up to Olds to see a new owner and check out an empty suite that I'm going to advertise later today, hopefully for the 1st of September. So I'll be working on that and probably hit the office just quick. And then one of my tenants out in Trochu, the little town way out east, just a minor thing. I'm gonna go fix it for her. She could fix it herself, but she can't reach. She's an older lady, so I'm gonna go help her out today, this week, I mean. And then I got a call last night. The acreage, there's some leak in a bathroom somewhere. Is it an emergency? No, we just shut the water off. We're not using. Okay, good. I'll get that on top too. So, dudes, it's just stuff like that I do. I love it. Okay. Yeah, 30 kilometers at 5%. Tour d'Avenir climb is 6.5%. A bit harder on the quads. Where are they, please? This is from Clara. They're currently 44.5 kilometers in the race. We're on this long flat section. I'm going to say for the first 90 kilometers, fairly flat. There's a couple of little pimple dimples, as Drew called them. There's actually one coming up at 80 kilometers. We've got 6 riders in the break. Ethan Hayter wearing the green jersey. Actually, I wonder if they got him some proper sized shorts today or what he's going to do today. Again, we don't have any video coverage yet, but it's coming real soon. Probably in the next 20 minutes, they'll fire up the live stream. Even though the motorbikes are there. They're right there. Got a stat here on PCS. La Vuelta is the 50th oldest race on the calendar, so it's not that old. Oldest race on the calendar, guys, Milano-Torino. I've done that race. It's a one-day race. It's later in the year, I believe. Is that correct? Milano-Torino? Yep. Oh, no. Well, they've had it all over the place. So they had a 2026 version, so it would have been earlier this year, but it has been run in September before and October, so they flip-flop it around. That's the oldest race on the calendar since 1876. Liège-Bastogne-Liège. There's a good book, guys, called The Monuments. Read that or listen to it. It's all about the monuments. Liège-Bastogne-Liège is one of the 5 monuments. Been running since 1892. Like, insanity. Brussels Cycling Classic. Dude, this is great. Love these stats here. Let's have a good look at this. Paris-Roubaix. Been running since 1896. Paris Tours, 1896. Tour de France, 1903. And then the Giro started in 1909. La Vuelta, I'm pretty sure, wasn't until... It doesn't even show up until the 30s. Wow, that's insane. The World Championships, it's showing Canada... 1927. Was that the first World Championships? Just the Canadian? I don't know. Not sure about that. That's weird. Dudes, I'm going to take a quick nature break early today. So Clara, welcome aboard. Let me just catch up here. I'm going to put you back on this one. Just follow along there for a little bit. Colin, ever owned an Oldsmobile? Have I? That's a weird question. It's a very weird question. Does it have a large trunk? Can you dispose of 2 bodies in there? Is that the question? Drew's hoping for earlier coverage tomorrow. Sorry, Aaron's hoping for earlier coverage tomorrow. La Flenne needs to be one day in the tour. While not great to combine with other climbs, I guess Ramaz would be the best way of linking up. Yeah, so many good climbs, you guys. I'm going to keep reading on. Cora's here as well. Is the race starting? Yeah, Cora, the race is underway. This is Cora 607. The race has started. I know your next question is going to be, when can you show the video? I can't show you the video. 1, because I'm not allowed to due to copyright. and YouTube will just strike this channel or suspend it. And two, there is no video feed yet from the World Tour. There's nothing showing up anywhere in the world right now. Probably in the next 20 minutes we'll have coverage. Oh, dude, that is an old one too. That is an old one. David here in Australia. Melbourne to Warrnambool Classic started in 1895 and is the world's second oldest one-day race after Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Dude, I know that one too. David Blom, specifically you and all you other cycling freaks out there. Do you guys remember Cycling Maven? Do you guys remember Cycling Maven? Maven, M-A-V-E-N. Dude, I can't remember. I don't believe his real name. I don't remember his real name anymore. Let me think about it. Let me know if you remember Cycling Maven. All right, dudes, back inside the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence. We are 52.1 kilometers into the race. We climbed 237 meters. We've got probably just under 2,500 meters of climbing to go. Let's have a quick look at it here. 2,300, all at the back end of this stage. And the chat's on. Oh, Aaron's daughter's name is Cora. Anders Clone. Dude, I love Cloden. He rode with Ulrich, I think when they were, T-Mobile in those pink, was in the pink kit, I think. Aaron's saying there's some bad fires going on in northern Nevada near Reno. Yes, David Blom remembers Cycling Maven. David, I love that guy, and when I got back into cycling hard, where I was actually riding bikes again, I mean, I followed the tour every year. Any race I could follow, I followed. But when I got back in, I found Cycling Maven. I think I started watching, like, yeah, I'm going to get a bike. 2017, 2018, I think that was peak Maven. So, dudes, Cycling Maven, I forget his real name. Shaved head, bald guy. His wife, I forget her name. And they went and followed all 3 Grand Tours one year. They made videos. They did daily vlogs. He had like a daily vlog type thing, ride a bike, get a coffee, bro, dude, that kind of thing. Then they followed all 3 Grand Tours, like the Giro, the Tour, and La Vuelta. And yeah, I supported him. He had a thing. I think I sent him $100, $200. I can't remember what it was. And yeah, I supported his adventure. I was totally cool with that. So it was probably my most expensive t-shirt ever because I got a free t-shirt, which I still own. I will show it off one day here when I can fit it again. But dude, Mark Ferguson, here we go. Mark Ferguson, David. David, I remember that Cycling Maven, aka Mark Ferguson, he went and did that Warrnambool Classic, I think. I think he did that after he kind of had a bit of a hiatus. So Cycling Maven was hardcore. And how do I put it right? I think he just kind of fizzled out. I think he just kind of like, I can't do this anymore. It's too much. And I think he had a really well-paying job. I think he was in medical sales. So, selling expensive equipment. He had a son. I think they might have 2 now. And I think he had some direction, some instructions to, hey, you need to make some real money. And he kind of just vanished. So, unfortunately, I love that guy. Like, probably my favorite YouTube person. And I don't know if he's made a video in a year. Uh, oh yeah, MVDP guys finishing second at his first mountain bike race, his return to mountain bike racing, I should say. Um, Dudes, that's it. So yeah, Maven. That race is the second oldest race in the world. Ton of guys do it. Aussies love their cycling. They're like cycling crazy. Tons of great talent comes out of Australia. That's where we're at, dudes. Again, just the long running here. Let's see where we are in the world. We're just going to zoom out. Love doing this, guys. So what we need to do here is we need to flip the map around a little bit, don't we? Yeah, we need to do this. Let's get a handle of where we're at. So here's Marseille, Monaco. In fact, I should probably put it more like this. Sorry, guys. Probably a bit more like that, I believe. And you can see we're just heading down the coastline here. Heading towards the Pyrenees. Crossing into, this would be the whole Pyrenees range here. We're not going to be in Andorra. We're going to get close to it. So is that Andorra there? Say there's Andorra there. What's this weird... Oh, yeah, there's like an exclave, enclave. Yeah, that's right. I think this is Spain here. Okay, Rail, where are you at, dude? Rail, let me know. Pretty sure I talked about this last year at the Tour de France. There's this small boundary outside of Spain. Livia. What if we talked about this during the Tour de France? Yeah, we talked about a couple of these during the Tour de France due to the treaty that they had there way back when, where the villages and the towns got lumped between France and Spain, and some, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If you're hardcore, you know all this stuff already. If you're OG over at Inside Cycling World. Okay, moving on here. Yeah, Chicken Rasmussen Prime. Chicken Rasmussen, so fun to watch. Rabobank, even if fully doped. Yeah, I didn't even care. Rail says he's waiting for a good time for the story of the day. For now, it's 16 parts. Oh, dude, maybe now is the time in this kind of like... Dude, this is just the neutralized section of the race. Like, let's just be honest. We're moving at 44k an hour. Dudes, 44k an hour for the peloton is not even working. Like, it's not even working. They're just kind of putting in miles. That's all they're doing right now. So, Rail, rip the story out. Hopefully it involves shovels, pits in the backyard, and disposing of bodies. Could be that too. Aaron, yeah, dude, I was going to say that too. It looks like Gulf Coast. The geography at the start looks a lot like Houston, a Gulf area. Swiss Ziggy. I can still clearly picture the sprint in the Tour de France between Cloden and Peter Weening, two absolute non-sprinters. 5th of July, Tour de France, Stage 8. Dude, I'm trying to remember that. I don't think I can. I'm not sure if I can. Okay, Railsing, Colin, you're talking about Livia, and we were talking about it during the tour stage to Les Angles. Okay, dude. Les Anglais. So we're going to be... Did I say we... I think... Let's have a look at... Do we actually get in there? We come really close to it. Oh. I'm making a mess of this, aren't I? No, we don't actually go into it today. So it's this little area right here. This, I'm going to put it right in the middle of the screen. We finish just to... Guys, the map is upside down. We finish to the southeast of it today. So that's roughly north there. Roughly. And then tomorrow we pop in Andorra. 6 riders. They now have a 2-minute and 25-second lead over the peloton, sitting roughly 2 kilometers back. Yeah, we're down at sea level here, guys. This is why it's so flat. Going along all these like marshy, saline, swampy areas, estuaries. We got it all here today, guys. Going past the world-famous Port Fichu. World-famous. Probably is, and I don't even know that. Okay. Dude, this is getting busy now. Dudes, we're getting heated up in here. The low-speed sprint here, Swiss Ziggy's talking about. Dude, just your name. Dude, I think of my dog now. Poor Ziggy. I haven't seen Ziggy in weeks. Wonder how he's doing. Wonder how the Zigster's doing. Jay's back. Morning all. Hey Jay, was it you that I saw on Instagram? I think you posted something about a bike. You were at some event. Jay, were you at an event? I do follow your stuff on Instagram. I forget to click on people's names. Rail saying, okay, kids, do you want a story about a total Movistar disaster class and a brilliant maiden win by a certain Slovenian? Because tomorrow, there won't be any time left. I'm going to post this right now. Dude, I want to read books out loud to people. The Cloden Veening sprint like watching two Yugos do a drag race. In the 2019 La Vuelta, this is from Rail. This is our story time with Rail and Colin. The very first GT Grand Tour with Poggy, and I believe the very first Grand Tour with modern fueling, that started the era we're at right now. Before stage 9, it was Superman Angel Lopez leading the GC just in front of Primoz, Valverde, and Nairo Quintana. Poggy was already 2.5 minutes behind. It's part 3, guys. However, the red leader jersey was worn by Nicolas Idet, who won it the day before in a breakaway. Aaron asks, where did Nicolas Idet go? The only relevant guy from the early break will be Marc Soler. He was in the break mainly as a station for his leader Valverde and Quintana. Superman Lopez attacked early in the stage. Just before the dirt section. He was going really well, gaining even 40 seconds at one point. I think I remember this. Oh, Aaron's saying we might see flamingos today. Yeah, this could be flamingo part of the world, guys. However, the weather dramatically changed on the dirt road. The peloton rode into a huge storm causing complete chaos. Superman Lopez and Primoz both crashed on the dirt road, while it was Nairo Quintana and a very young Poggy who navigated the chaos the best. It looked like Quintana was going to potentially win the stage and the red jersey, but he was chasing down his own teammate, Marc Soler. Soler was ordered to wait for Nairo. But the always hot-headed Catalan started arguing with his DS and throwing hands. Oh, yeah. When 3 kilometers from the line, Soler was finally persuaded to wait for Nairo. Poggy was already ahead of the Colombian. Soler paced Nairo for some time before dropping further back to help Valverde. Gator Todd's comments, a story with Primoz crashed is the least surprising thing. Yeah. Continue with Rail's story here. In the meantime, roughly 30 seconds behind, Primoz was still trying to limit losses to Valverde, caused by the chaos that happened before. Valverde didn't know what to do as his co-leader Quintana and Soler were ahead of him. Comment from Jay here. Yep, did a woman's fondo yesterday. Brutal weather for the first half. Yeah, I think you mentioned something about the wind there, Jay. I think I liked your post. Guys, get on Instagram. It's fun. Just give me the go-ahead for stupid reels, and I will launch reels at you day and night, and you will laugh your head off. Rail saying, now I believe the best option for Valverde was to just pace as hard as possible, not looking at Nairo, but Valverde was never the kind to voluntarily pace. In the end, Primoz caught Valverde, and they ended up at the same time. Mr. John Dwyer, yo Colin, I'm happy to be back with you for La Vuelta, Mr. John Dwyer. Poggy won his very first Grand Tour stage in dominant fashion, 23 seconds ahead of Nairo and 50 seconds ahead of Primoz, Valverde, and Soler. Nairo got what he wanted, the red jersey, just 6 seconds ahead of Primoz, but the next stage was a time trial where Nairo lost 3 minutes to the Slovenian, Poggy. That was a story of a complete Movistar masterclass. There were many more Movi's brilliant strategies to come later in La Vuelta, including one where Contador, then an analyst, was so frustrated he retired from that role and never came back. Dude, I don't even remember that. Rail says, the entire 3-hour stage is available to watch on YouTube, but in Spanish. Dudes, you know what? I'm thinking about doing I want to go back and watch some of these old races and do my own stuff. I don't know how those videos would do. I don't know if I should do them live or what, because I have YouTube Premium, so I can grab that stuff, I can download it, I can just watch it. Yeah, let's get it. Gator Todd. I love this comment from Gator Todd. I used to think Movistar had random fans sitting in his DS at any given stage. Dude, I still kind of think that. Like, whenever I see Movistar, I'm like, well, yeah, they're going to have a dude that's a pretty good climber who's never going to win the stage. He's going to go up the road. They're never there. They're never there. They're like right now. I think it's Enric Mas right now, right? Is that their dude? Wow. How do I not see them? How do I not see them? Right here. Enric Mas. Uterbrooks, I think, is already. He might. Okay, so he finished 77th straight. Had a horrible time trial. 74th right now. He's had a horrible year. Had a horrible crash. Yeah, this guy needs some luck. Then you got Enric Mas for Movistar. He's going to be there in the climbs. What has he won? Not a ton. I was going to say, like, look at this. At La Vuelta, 3 times second in the GC at the Vuelta. Wow. Yeah. He's there. I don't know if he's won many Vuelta stages, though. So he won... Okay, he won a stage at La Vuelta way back in 2018. That looked horrifying that day. Take a look at this stage way back in 2018. It's not crazy. 3,500 meters of climbing that day. So he did win 1 stage of La Vuelta. He's finished second 3 times. 18, 21, and 22. It's like, yeah, he's got a contract through 2029 with Movistar. He's 31 years old. He'll do good at La Vuelta. He'll be like a top 10 guy. Let's look at his Grand Tours here. He's got 8 La Vueltas under his belt. Yeah, here we go. First time, 71st, and he got second in his second year. 5th, he's got another second. He's got another second, a 6th, a 3rd, and this one's on right now. So he'll be there. But something always happens with Movistar. Okay, trying to catch up here again, guys. Jay says she loves story time. Remember, Jay's part of the 1% of the people here. She's a 1%er. And still waiting for video to pop up, guys. We should have it here real quick. 6:47. It should be popping up right away. It says 6:50 my time. That's 3 minutes out, so it should be... Give me something. Give me something here. Aaron saying Movistar had too many egos and not enough team-oriented guys. Yeah, and that's how I look at them right now too, guys. I don't really see... Okay, come on, Flow Bikes. Okay, here we go. Now I'm getting the live preamble. Here we go. No live footage yet, but it's coming. Okay. Railsing Contador was operating the whiteboard at Eurosport at the time. Yeah, Contador was doing some commentating stuff, wasn't he? Dave's here. Hello, folks. Gator Todd saying hello too. Railsing, maybe some of you here remember Mark Soler throwing tantrums, even if he had no chance of winning that stage, and when he finally dropped back to Nairo, Poggi attacked them. I love the Soler tantrums. Yeah, Mark Soler, long pants. Long pants. He's got those crazy long bib shorts. Waiting for my video. Come on. Who knows what would have happened if Lopez didn't crash on the dirt as he was really flying that day. So, guys, the last thing I heard about Lopez, we might have discussed this before, is that he's now either running or operating a restaurant in his home country. Lopez. Let's take a look at him. Not him. Lopez. Why did they make this so hard? Maybe I just got to search that. It'd be better if I could search better. He's not 77. Okay, guys, I'll give up on that for now. Well, I do want to look him up, though. What would be the best way to look him up? Yeah, I'll figure it out. Dave saying Movistar has lost killer instinct since Valverde retired. Mr. DiBiase, good morning, everyone, dude. From the West Coast, Rancho Cucamonga, Mungo. Mark solar panels, indeed, guys. Gonna slip the last of this coffee here. Probably gonna grab another one here real quick. Fourth of the day. Let's get it. Competitors retiring this year, guys. 4 riders here. Peo Bilbao retires this year. Let's take a look at him. He's 36 years old, retiring at the end of this year. He's done 5 Tour de France's, 7 Giros, and this will be his 6th La Vuelta right now. So barring Victorious is going to lose him. Steven Kruijswijk, he's retiring to 39 years old. Wow. That's insane. So Kruijswijk's retiring. Jesus Herrada retires as well. 36 years old, now riding for Burgos BH. Rode for Cofidis for all those years, and he was a Movistar dude. He was a Movistar dude. Looks like 6 years with Movistar, and then just a ton with 7, 8 years with Cofidis, wrapping up his career over at Burgos BH. And Magnus Cort. Magnus Cort, 33 years old, so he's the youngster out of these guys. Has 6 stage wins at La Vuelta. Can he get another one before he retires? Can he get another? 4 riders retiring at the end of this year. Okay. Miguel Angel Lopez. That's what I gotta look up. Miguel Lopez. Okay. Thank you, dude. Miguel Lopez. Yeah, I think he's a cook now. I'm just going with this one. That's him, right? Yeah. Sure. Suspender. Yeah, right there. He's 32, really? Wow. So, okay. It doesn't even look like him to me. But it is him. It is. Sure. Astana, Movistar, suspended. Oh, he's got a 4. I thought he had a 2-year suspension, so I thought he would have been back doing something. Yeah, I guess, yeah, he's long gone. He is long gone. I highly doubt he's ever going to come back. I mean, obviously not. That's just craziness. Yeah, I bet that Superman Lopez restaurant is at altitude at the top of a GO track. Yeah, it just popped up on Facebook a while ago. So he's been basically suspended for 3 years now. Ziggy saying so many riders are going to stop at the end of the season. It's absurd. Rail's talking about the saddest story about Carlos Verona. Once touted by Contador as his apprentice, he never got the spotlight, and for years he was doing everything at Movistar and basically was the only real teammate. Panoy here. Okay, good. Panoy, thank you. The first La Vuelta was 1935. There was no La Vuelta from 37 to 54 because of the Spanish War. World War II, they lost their sponsor. Yeah, there was real lack of funding for a while. I did read a book just recently about La Vuelta. So yeah, it was the last one to start. Okay, dudes, this is where we're at right now, 64.6 kilometers in, and here's actual real coverage starting now. We're getting the helicopter shots showing us real dry looking environment here. Not big forests. You can tell it's very, very dry here. As we work our way into the southeast end of the Pyrenees, up to Font-Romeu. Yeah, dude, that's some climbing. That's some climbing. I would have combined that category 1 and 2 and called it an HC. And given it more points, maybe. How many points do we have available today, guys? So at the sprint point, no time bonifications today. It's just points for the first 5 riders. I think that's how they're doing it here. They're not going all the way down to 15th. So I guess it puts more emphasis on being the best at the intermediate sprint. Yeah. At the Tour de France, they did it. I think they did 15 down to 1 point for the 15th place rider. That's how they were doing it there. I think it was 15 at intermediates, all the way down to 1. So you need to be top 5 at La Vuelta at the intermediates. So you really got to pay attention. And they are showing the flamingos on screen right now. We are seeing flamingos. The category 1, look at this. The category 1, 10, 6, 4, 2, and 1 climb points. Time bonifications there. Excuse me. Sneeze. Live on camera, guys. Just came out of the blue. So we got time bonifications on the category 1 climb today. Up to the top, Font Remo. We'll have 5, 3, and 1 points. And I would imagine there's more time bonifications there. It's my guess. Just want to see this here. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Let's see what the weather's like out on course, guys. We are right near the coast. It could be quite windy. Weather during the race. Ooh, hot. Hot here right now. Max temperature 32 degrees. I did notice at the top of the climb, they're saying it's only 18 degrees Celsius at the top of the climb. We're basically going from sea level up to over 2,000 meters today, guys. It's kind of a big day. Kind of a big day. And, ooh, dudes, we have winds going on. Yeah, average wind speed right now is 26.4 an hour, and the video footage couldn't be any better. Actually, show me the race if you could. Dudes, there could easily be echelon action here if the winds are going in the right direction here. Yeah, of course there could be. Look at this. We may see echelons. We haven't seen any echelons yet in the Grand Tours, and already, looking at the front 6 riders, they're already riding in an echelon. And I'm seeing lots of movements in the cyclists. Ethan Hayter actually just did a huge correction there, as I bet you a wind gust just caught him real quick. Not looking smooth at all, this group, because the wind's hitting them, gusting. So it looks like the wind is averaging 25 an hour, gusting out to 40. I would prepare for echelons, guys. It's coming up. They're going to have a wind coming right over the left shoulder. Some teams are going to do some stuff. And even here it's saying the wind is getting stronger and coming more from the side. The next few kilometers are particularly exposed to it. Let's get it on. Shaka Khan. Echelons coming up for the first time this year. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's keep our fingers crossed here, guys. So let's let that refresh. I'll do a little catch up again. It's going here, guys. Wow, we've got a bunch of people here today. Love it. I'll try to come back a little bit here, guys. Swiss Ziggy's hoping for some fireworks on that final climb. Dude, totally. I think we're going to see fireworks right here. Oh, you can see it happening already, guys. Oh, if one team pushes, there's a big blob of riders in the front, and it's just tailing off over to the right-hand side of the road because the wind is coming directly at them from the left. If a team decides to go right now, they could smash this all apart. It's just a weird-looking peloton right now. Now, we have ideal conditions for it. Is anyone going to try to do anything? Let's put the herd on. Let's put the herd on. Yeah, the Movistar drama doesn't hold a candle to what happened to SD Works in 2024. Yellow garbage bag, side of the road. Love it. Yeah, there's 2 big blobs at the front of the race, and then a long string of riders tailing off to the right-hand side of the road. But no one's really being aggressive here. Come on, Visma. Get up there and start cranking it. It's time. Bahrain Victorious is getting their riders positioned at the front, guys. Bahrain Victorious, here we go. Kind of doing a sneaky little move to the front. Ooh, there's a big barrier down the middle of the road here too. Yeah, dudes, those dividers in the roads, those could really hurt and set up for more echelons as well, because you can't tail across the road all the way. There's a concrete barrier that's 2.5, 3 feet high right in the middle of the road. So that could easily pop riders off the back. Yeah. These guys, some of these guys sitting at the back better be real careful here. Mr. DiBiase saying, Ziggy, yes, I hope so. The women's tour has me addicted to chaos. Yeah, dudes, dudes, I don't care who wins. I just want to see mass destruction at the races. I want to see the favorites fail. I want to see underdogs win. Chaos, anti-domination. That's what we want. I want to see breakaways succeed. I want to see breakaways get caught at the last second. Railsing, if I'm not mistaken, Movistar started in the 70s as CAS, so that would be Sean Kelly's team, I believe. I think Sean Kelly raced for CAS for most of the year. I think they had like a blue and yellow jersey, I think it was. 6 riders up front. They have a 2-minute and 20-second lead, and you can see the winds flapping everything around here. So let's see. Yeah, that center barrier. It's like one of those waist-high double concrete barriers. And the behind us, they're riding on both sides of the barriers. So the problem with the echelons is they start streaming across the road. When you get to the end of the road there's no more road. Then you have to fall back and you're out of the draft. Then you get blown off the back. These guys need to stay they all need to stay on the one side of that barrier. You could have multiple echelons going on here. Like the barriers are here, then they're gone. They'll come for a kilometer, then they're gone. Yeah, the SD Works 2024 yellow garbage bag takes the cake. Yeah, dude, I might go back and watch that stage again. It was crazy watching it. Echelons, please. Yeah, dude, I want echelons right now. I'm surprised Visma's not up here trying to do some damage. I mean, Wout van Aert, 9 seconds. Problem those guys, we're a long ways from the finish here. So even if you do some damage, what are you going to do with your advantage here? I guess beat UAE up a little bit. Make them work extra hard for Poggy. Yeah, long, straight, wide open roads here. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to spin this just because I think that's the actual direction we're going here. And it's going to flip me back the other way. Now we're looking to the south, I believe. Dave says he thinks Cofidis is the longest continuous team name. Swissigi, I'm watching live on Belgian television. No echelons anymore. Yeah, dude, I'm hoping something sets up. You can see the flags flapping everywhere here. Yeah, it was just a very strange peloton. You can tell they were warned. And then bunches of guys were off, like just slowly tapering down at the back. Trees are blowing around everywhere here. I just don't think anyone wants to take up the lead here and try to bust up the peloton. Come on, guys. This is prime opportunity here. Yeah, it's prime opportunity for echelons, and no one wants to push it. Red Bull's on the front, though. We've got Red Bull here at Ineos, UAE sitting dead center, Bahrain Victorious over on the right-hand side. I'm hoping it goes. Swissigi says, correct, buddy. It's a weird peloton. Let's make this a crazy race today. Yeah, dude, totally. Again, dudes, we watched the Giro. We watched the Tour de France. We're in La Vuelta. We have yet to see echelons in any of the 3 Grand Tours this year. Trevor. Hey, Trevor, dude. Where are you from, man? He says, where can I watch it live? Dude, I can't show it to you live. I can just show you all the data that I collect here. So I'm using 3 different sites right now. We're going to we'll be back on PCS for now, guys. Oops. So we're on PCS here, guys. Still, guys, we're not really rocking and rolling, only averaging 45K an hour. I guess it's one of those stages where they're like, you know what? We got a long lead into a 30-kilometer plus climb. You know, if you include all the false flatty stuff, guys, we're talking like almost 70 kilometers of climbing. If you include all this false flatty before the sprint point. They're going to be constantly moving inland, moving up all the way. The final 30 kilometers, all climbing, outside of a little dip between the Category 1 and Category 2. Come bounce over here, 6 riders in the lead, and it is saying it's 31 kilometers an hour, average speed 44.4k an hour, and they're saying the wind speed is almost 40k an hour right now. At this point, it is a tailwind. Is it really a tailwind right now? Let's have a look at this. They're saying it's a tailwind right now. I have a hard time believing that that's a tailwind right now. Here, I'm going to come back here. You can see their location right now. This is the wind speed indicated in this little map in the top right-hand corner, guys. Locations of the blue dot is our 6 riders in the break. The yellow dot, they just moved. Oh, can I do this? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, dudes, it's strong winds all the way. I know why. This is probably slightly delayed from what I'm seeing on camera here. And maybe at this point, you know, if you look at the blue dot now, that's probably going to be more of a tailwind, obviously. The yellow dot would be a straight crosswind right now. It all depends on the directions of travel. After coming out of this town here, this open countryside, that could really smash them apart there, if anyone wants to try. I don't know if they're going to. At this point now, Ethan Hayter will be back in the virtual GC leaders. Right here. Here we go again. So Ethan Hayter, Mads Wenzel would be leading the race, first and second place over Poggi right now, if the race was to finish right now, guys. All the rest would stay the same. Oliver Legac would be jumping up 108 positions. Wow. Timo Roizen would be jumping up 113 if it finished right now. And dudes, looking at it now, speed's increasing at the front here. I see UAE all over the front right now, pushing hard. So is UAE trying to like put the hurt on everyone else? Let's not wait for other teams to do it to Poggi. Let's do it ourselves. Is the wind direction correct here? Yeah, dude. The back of this peloton is really strung out. It's just single riders all the way. 1 and 2s at most. So either they just accelerated speed or, yeah, it is extremely windy here. Even through the towns where it's sheltered, it's very, very windy. Okay, let's catch up in the chat here. So yeah, Trevor, sorry I can't show you the live video, dude. Yeah, but you can watch it on Peacock, Flow Bikes in Canada. That's where I'm watching. Oh, what's Aaron talking about here? Sauteed spinach with garlic, red pepper, lemon. Sounds yummy. Cass was Kelly, Klaus, Peter, maybe also Diddy, Thoreau. Yeah, dude, I don't remember that team enough. To me, Sean Kelly was just the biggest one. I kind of started watching cycling. Hey, where's Remco? He's not here, dude. Yeah, what is... I think Remco's just tuning up for... Is he doing GP Montreal? GP Quebec? Worlds? That's probably what he's doing. Yeah, Quickstep is a pretty old team too. That's had so many iterations, Quickstep. Pinoy, La Vuelta is unpredictable and many upset victories. The race got too many mountains with wet and foggy roads. Cyclists and support cars can roll backwards on wet and foggy steep mountains. Yeah, it's a tough race, man. Got a Cofidis rider here struggling to stay on the back of the peloton. Everything's accelerated right now, guys. I'm going to take you back here again. So yeah, again, guys, right now, where they're located on this map, this is crosswind territory again. It's coming right across their left shoulder. If they can get out into the countryside and get totally exposed to it, and the roads narrow down, and one team decides to go for it, they could just bust the peloton right apart. But what are you going to do with it? That's the question. What are you going to do with that advantage? And right here, it says right here, just a couple minutes ago, 7:07, UAE and Net Company Ineos have gone to the front, and it's stretched out real quick. Real quick, you guys. So let's go back to the 3D mode. And it will catch up. Where's Benny? Yeah, where's Benny? Thank you, Don. Uh, okay. I don't like how it's doing this all the time. It keeps flipping the direction the wrong way. Right now, that peloton, guys, will have a strong left wind coming across their left shoulders. They're going straight at it. The wind's coming 90 degrees to them. The brake will have a tailwind right now. That brake will have a tailwind. So the peloton's going to have it here right away too. Okay. Rail saying that Benny was a perfect teammate to Jasper the Disaster at the Renewey Tour. Wow, what a great looking fort here. Fortaleza de Salses. Wow. Got a huge earthen moat all around it. That's crazy. Yeah, in Europe, you can always go to Eurosport or a local broadcaster. And yeah, we got Flow Bikes and Peacock in North America here, guys. The Sun Also Rises, Chapter 19 quote. The bicycle riders drank much wine, were burned brown from the sun. They did not take the race seriously, except among themselves. Aaron, is that book you're talking about, Hemingway? Okay, it is. Hemingway also said riding a bike is the best way to know the contours of a country. Dawn's rooting for Ethan Hayter here. Rail, the problem for today is that it's not a flat day. So there's less incentive for echelons. Also, the roads are generally more headwind than sidewind. Yeah, and that's the thing, dudes. I guess if you did do a huge attack and bust up the peloton here, you've got 30 kilometers of climbing at the finish. So what will you gain out of it outside of making it really hard for everyone? Like, let's make it really hard for the next 40 to 50 Ks. Get a lead, hurt some teams. I guess that's the only thing I can see is hurt some teams a little bit. Maybe they don't have as much support at the end. Aaron's saying, Colin, the Mariners are imploding in MLB. Dude, I did see the final. I just saw the score. I guess Yankees kind of blew the Jays out 8-3. I didn't even watch the highlights for it yet. So I'll watch that. Dude, there are dudes struggling on the back. Rear of the peloton here. There's dudes really struggling right now. So it's fast enough that the guys are feeling it at certain points with the wind. You can see the tape on the sides of the road blowing around everywhere. Here's a Visma rider off the back. Here's a Tudor rider off the back right now. Dude, yeah, it may just develop. What's going to become of it? I don't know. And again, it's not a flat day like Rail said, I believe, so they won't be able to continue with the damage that they do because of that 30K climb at the finish. Mother Cramden's back. I haven't seen you in a while, dude. A good indication of the challenge of the Vuelta. Eddie Merckx rode it once only. Really? Eddie only rode it once? I didn't know that. I did not know that Eddie only rode La Vuelta once. Swiss Ziggy. Dude, I love your name. Swiss Ziggy. Dude, background. Ziggy's a little dog we got last year right after Tour de France. Joey Jojo had to have this dog. We rescued him. And then when she gave me the punt, she told me it was my responsibility to get rid of him. Horrible pet owner. I tried. And he was a bit chaotic. I took him to a shelter that was going to take him. They were like, oh, he's too much for us. And so I had to take him home. And yeah, just there's that. So she has him now. And I think the good thing is, I think that she's actually learned to really like him. He's a good dog. Dear podcast host, I do not know your name yet. Dude, my name's Colin. This is Inside Cycling World, dude. But are you from down under? No, dude. I fell in love with the sport because of Team Panasonic. Phil Anderson, dude. Superstar. One of the Aussie pioneers in the sport. I love Phil Anderson. In fact, I think David Blom was talking about the Aussie race earlier. Second oldest race in the world, that worm ball race, whatever you call it. And I mentioned Cycling Maven. I'm pretty sure you can watch a video online where Maven meets Phil Anderson at that race. Like, Phil Anderson's still out there doing stuff. Yeah, dude, I'm in Canada. So I'm in Alberta, Canada. We're doing it. This is my part of the world right here. This is where I live. Now that you guys know the full background story, I no longer live at the farm. I tried to keep that a secret as long as I could. Yeah, I used to live right here. Here's the puddle at the end of my road. I lived right here. It actually still has my home marker. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I used to plow this road every day in the winter when the snows blew in. There's a creek that runs once a year, roughly, right through my property. You can see it here snaking its way around. So all this land here would be my property. Yes, the fence does kind of take a while there because it's falling over. Every couple of years, this entire area fills with water. And you can see there's a dugout over here, and the guy actually has like a little bit of a dock. So mine would just naturally fill up with water. And so this big rectangle shape here was all mine. There's my Quonset. That's actually an older picture too, because there's another building here now that numbskull Joey had to put up. So there's that. Moving on, dudes. Yeah, so dude, I'm from Canada. I'm a Canadian. And dudes, Peloton, gadoosh. Peloton just imploded, guys. I turned my head away to talk about where I'm from, and there's brakes. And everyone's trying to get to the left-hand side of the road. Wow, here we go, guys. Here we go. I don't really know exactly who's up the road there, but let's have a quick look. They're not even showing it yet. 6 up the road. Yeah, there's a big group up front and a secondary group. I bet you the Peloton's completely split, maybe 2/3, 1/3 right now. So obviously, GC guys, probably the majority of them are in that front group, but there's a considerable amount, of probably 50 riders struggling behind. One lone dude trying to bridge across by himself here into that wind. Long snake. These guys back here are starting to panic right now. It's only 1 minute, 37 seconds to our front group. Let's let that catch up. Guys, that Peloton is not 177 riders. I'm going to catch up again. Okay. Zone 1.5 day for Poggy. Yeah, pretty much, guys. And I'm going to keep moving here. We got, is this Dalman? Best regards from Slovenia. This is Dalman. Ooh. Dalman Vidigar. Something like that. Best regards from Slovenia. Dude, thanks for being here. Once we get back into the towns, those guys will probably have a chance of trying to struggle their way back on. But there is a gap. So I'm going to say there's 6 up front. The 177 is probably like 100 riders, 120 riders, and then about 50 chasing them. UAE is willing to deal some damage here, guys. 91 kilometers to go. Speed's picking up right now. You can see Poggy sitting 3rd or 4th wheel with Ineos. Ethan Hayter grabbing a bottle from neutral support here. And Ethan looks like he has good size bib shorts on today, guys. They're not split up the back. I can't believe they gave him extra small bib shorts at one of the 3 Grand Tours. Dave saying Eddie only did 1 La Vuelta back when it was in the spring. Yeah, dude, so I did remember that right. It used to be like, ooh, João Almeida out the back, guys. João Almeida is back at the team car right now. So I'm not sure if anything's happened to João. I'm looking at him quickly here. I don't see any damage, but João is out the back. His teammates are hammering the front. What up with that? What's up with that, guys? We are just going over a little bump here, and you can see them out of the saddle here. You know, jumping up, kind of almost a sprint type look on their faces. It's pretty serious right now. Gaps coming down. We're at 1 minute, 13 seconds. They've decided race is on now. Peloton really, really strung out. I'm going to see if there's still a gap back there. Yeah, so here's number 12. This is Jalomina grabbing another bottle. Very sticky. You just grabbed a bottle, dude. You didn't need another one yet. And teammates, 2 of his teammates, Ineos, Poggy, the balance of the UAE team smashing the front. Speed now, 61 kilometers an hour. Dudes, let's get it. We might have a real race here today. Let's see where these groups are right now. Here it is. Oops. Hopefully you guys can see this pretty good here. Yeah, this is perfect, ideal crosswind echelon territory for quite a ways now. As you can see the wind direction on camera, that's straight across their left shoulder. The front group of 6 are from left to right across the road. Bushes just blowing around everywhere on the side of the road. Flags flipping around everywhere. This is kind of where your hat blows off. It is serious out there. There's a big chunk of cardboard blowing across the road right now. It gets caught up on one of the cars. It's sitting on the front of one of the cars. Whose car is that? Yeah, there's a piece of cardboard plastered to the front of this car. This darkish looking car right behind the race director's car. So prime echelon territory, and everyone knows it. Yeah, dude, a race is a race. Lidl Trek comes to the front. Let's go, boys. Let's get the big boys from Visma to get out here. Sudal. Those are the guys. They're like the echelon experts. Let's do some damage. Anti-domination, guys. Becky Stanley. Becky, worry from Ziggy. I helped you choose the name last year. Oh, this is Becky. Becky. Yeah. Guys, so last year, and I actually had Ziggy on camera with me. I missed that little dog. Echelon's forming now, guys. That front group is now down to, say, 40 or 50. Gap, 8 or 9 riders. Another big gap. Riders trying to scramble over back on. Becky Stanley, I'm just going to say it. I love you for helping me pick Ziggy's name. So, guys, Ziggy has one blue eye, one brown eye. Ziggy Stardust. Becky Stanley's back. I helped you choose that name last year because of the one blue eye, one green or blue or brown, blue, whatever. Yeah. Ziggy turned out to be a really, really good little dog. Ziggy got blamed for a lot of fights. Joey's mom brought her crappy little dog over. That's right, crappy little dog. And he would go after Ziggy. And Ziggy was a pup and he would defend himself and beat the crap out of him. And then the girls would be screaming. Big Daddy comes upstairs, breaks the fight up. And then now it's Hetfield, the corgi. And I've learned recently like corgis are like just nasty little dogs. They can be nasty. They like to get into it. Here, I'm going to jump back here, guys. And we're going to go back to the 3D route now. Dudes. We do have a reduced front GC peloton, guys. I'm not going to say it's tiny, but I'm going to say 40 riders. 40 riders in that front group right now. Ignore what you're seeing on screen here. They just show the peloton together. So yeah, it's been Hetfield lately and Ziggy getting into fights. Joey's been bitten twice, and she goes, it wasn't Ziggy's fault. Hetfield went after him. And I keep saying, don't put your hands in. But they keep putting their hands in. And then she got bit again, and she got an infection, and she's been going for IV antibiotics, allegedly. She did. It was Hetfield that bit her and caused a really bad infection in her hand. So, yeah. So, Becky, welcome back. Aaron saying, check out the run differentials for the AL West. Best team is minus 44 and is one game under 500 in first place. Okay, dude, I'm going to check that out later. Mother Kramer saying, probably, I think you're talking about La Vuelta, probably the least popular GTs. Yeah, I'd say that too, dude. I mean, I love the race. Dude's front of the peloton right now moving at 79, 80 kilometers an hour. Ineos up there just absolutely crushing it right now. We're pulling back Ethan Hayter really, really quick today, guys. And I got to keep browsing it. Dudes, I'm going to catch up with the chat quick. I'm going to grab one more coffee. I'm going to have to heat it up here quickly. We'll be nature breaking. You guys probably love all my details. Aaron's asking, Colin, did the ranch have an outhouse? The outhouse was my domain, guys. Best thing about living on a big acreage, on a real acreage ranch farm, is that, bro, you need to take a whiz? Just go right over there. I'd have friends come over and they'd be like, hey, dude, I'm just going to pop in and use your bathroom. Dude, just right over there. Just do, really? Yeah, just do whatever you want. It's nature. But we didn't have an outhouse. The outhouse is just wherever I wanted to do my thing. Mother Cramden, anyway, has always been the hardest course-wise, I think. Yeah, dude, I agree. I don't think La Vuelta gets the credit. I think it's also, too, it's just it's time of the year. People are maybe getting a little bit worn out from all the cycling. But yeah, I love this race. Absolutely love this race. Don, I attended a Yankees Mariners game a couple of weeks ago. Had the Delta 360 VIP seats. It was pretty cool. I sat behind home plate 20 feet up. Don, I should have been there with you, dude. Yes, dude. Swiss Ziggy. Okay, thank you, Colin. I guess it's Steve Bauer time. Yeah, Steve Bauer, Alex Stita, back in the day. Oh, yeah, dude. Crickyon versus Bauer, and Bauer kind of gave him the little shove, I think. Yeah, sorry, Canada. That's when Steve tried to eject Claude Crickyon from the World Championships, and I think Steve won the race. Did he win, or was there anyone else there? But I think it was given to him afterwards because it was obvious what he did. Uh, yeah, someone else explain the zones here. Like Becky's got a good question. Can someone else explain zones? Is that like riding at threshold? Yeah, threshold, tempo, all that kind of stuff. Threshold would be like your red line, zone 5. Becky, there was a thing on YouTube a while ago where Poggy was talking about his zone 2. His zone 2 is like 320 to 340 watts. Maybe his zones are more really narrow at the top. Because, dude, that's like zone 6 for me. My zone 2 would be like 100 watts. I don't know. Rail, Almeida, horrendous season, and he doesn't like echelons. I guess J Vine, third spot contender for UAE. Yeah, Zhao's already gone, guys. And his teammates are not waiting for him. He's back at the car, like way back in the team cars. The UAE car was behind the medical car at that point. And they're on the front absolutely smashing it. So maybe he's just saying, hey guys, I'm fine. Or they already know that he's done. Yeah, guys, there's different training zones. You can have heart rate training zones. You can have wattage training zones. So right now, I'm riding a lot of zone 2, zone 3 power. So right now, I'm riding a lot of 2 watt, 2.3, 2.5 watts per kilo. So that would be like zone 3 for me. My heart rate's always a little bit higher. If you look at my heart rate, you'd be like, wow, I think it was Phil, the steel bender himself, was saying, dude, your heart rate's always up there. I'm like, yep, it is. This, trying to see what's going on. We've got 8 riders doing a little solo effort here. Okay, so front of the course, 49 seconds back to Poggy, and then we've got this group, 1 minute 42 seconds. This group's over almost a minute back here. I'm hoping we can see some better gaps here. So here's our front 6, then just says the peloton's at 40, and here we go again. Kian Uterbrooks is not part of the first peloton. They're talking about the echelons here, so we'll see how these echelons develop. They're back in some more sheltered area now, so I think that's going to help them out a little bit, try to bring things back. Here, I'm going to leave you here, guys. I'm going to go grab a coffee. And okay, let me read quick. Bottles are extremely sticky at the Vuelta. Very sticky. Yeah, Jim from Vegas. Does Poggy want to keep it all the way? Dom and Novak out the back too, guys. So we've seen Zhao Almeida out the back. Dom and Novak's out the back. He's in the cars. I can't see a group of riders up ahead of him here. Aaron saying, I would estimate zone 2 training is like 81 to 84% of your FTP. FTP, guys, if you don't know, FTP is, they abbreviate it. It's kind of like your 20-minute power. You take 95% of your 20-minute power. Dudes, I think I got a new member here. Swiss Ziggy, dude. Yo, Swiss Ziggy, thank you very much. Dudes, and I think stickers and stuff, I think there's been some support in the past couple days. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. If I don't say it enough, I really mean it. Aaron sent me a nice message yesterday because most people didn't know what was going on in my life for the last 8 months. It's been pure hell. And I told Aaron, and dude, while I'm typing that stuff out, I get a little bit weepy-eyed. Yeah, it's been pure hell for me. Looks like the 6 riders out front have pulled a little bit of distance again. We've got 80 kilometers to go. They're at a 113 gap back to the Poggy group. The main GC reduced peloton. I don't know why I'm talking with my hand up in the air right now. I can just see it. Yeah, guys, every day I come on here, I have such a good time with you people. I consider everyone here to be a friend. If I met any one of you in real life, I would sit down and have a nice drink with you, a coffee, whatever you guys want. So if anyone's ever around Calgary, I will meet up with you. I've only ever met one person in real life. One of the Team GRC boys. I met him at the airport. Yeah, so FTP, guys. How much power can you hold for an hour straight? That's your FTP, functional threshold power. Whether that's 100 watts, if you're starting out, 200 watts, 300 watts, 400 for these guys at the Tour de France. What we do in cycling, because it's just easy, you can do tests. You could take a 20-minute FTP, take 95% of it. I think that's too high, and you'll find a lot of talk about that online. It's probably more like high 80s, 90%. 12 months. Wow. Dawn's been a member for 12 months now. Thank you so much, Dawn. Wow. Thank you so much, Dawn. So guys, members is a way, and dudes, I never talk about it. Here, give me my little, here's Colin being promotional. Membership is a way to directly support me, directly to the channel, to help me keep everything rolling here. I put a lot of time into this. Some days it's like, why did I do that? But yeah, guys, back to FTP. You can do a 20-minute test, take 95% of it, and say, that's my FTP. And then you base your zones on that. So like FTP, that's like your high zone. And then you take percentages of that to go all the way down to like zone 2. Zone 1 means you're just sitting on your bike, just slowly turning the pedals. You're not even barely breathing. You know, zone 1 for me, my heart's at 100. Zone 2, my heart's at 130. Zone 3, my heart's starting to get to like 150. That type of thing. Okay, we're talking about Tony Rominger here. Gadoosh, let's get it on, Shaka Khan. Dave's saying, Juana Yuso seems to have better personality. Teammates at Lidl seem happy with him. Dudes, let's take a look at the teams here. Like, who do we have here for Lidl, actually? I think Skelmos is our Lidl Trek leader at this race. Yeah, Skelmos. Mads Pedersen for the long stage, the long breakaways. He will fight for green jersey if he can. And I'm trying to get a good look here. Musette bags still flying around. Be careful throwing these bags out right now. Looks like things have came back together here. We're going to jump back over here for a second, guys, and we're going to close that. Dude, it just depends where you are. Once we get into the hillside here, you're going to see the winds probably drop, which they do in places, and they'll be more sheltered. Excuse me. But right now, they're exposed to those winds all the way. You see here, it's still 35 kilometers right across their left shoulder. In fact, the breakaway is kind of going into more of a headwind. But you can see it's been dialed down right now in the front of the peloton. They're probably getting like, hey guys, yeah, and it says right here, the peloton has eased off. The brakes lead is rising in. It's up to 110. I'm seeing 147 now. But there's still a big group behind, apparently. They're just saying, yeah, the peloton, 145. You easy on the front, but it's nowhere near what it was like before. Before, they were on, probably getting orders from the DS. Hey, man, you're blowing up Jow at the back here. Domin Novak was getting blown up too, so let's bring it back. You can see riders struggling their way on right now. Trying to come back. Gonna keep reading on here. Gonna keep reading on. Keep reading on. Okay, Mr. DiBiase saying something. I'm gonna have to add crappy little to my description list from now on. I'm in tears. I'm not sure if we were talking about my descriptions. I don't even know, dude. Oh, little dogs. Crappy little dogs are the worst. Yeah, dude. Like, poor Ziggy. He got blamed for everything. And, you know, when I talked to Joey last, she's like, I really like Ziggy now. He's a loving little. He's a very loyal. He's a healer. He's a loving little dog. And then you got this corgi going after him every day. The corgi just got nutted too, so maybe that'll calm him down. Yeah, crappy little house, crappy little ex. How about that too? We can. I'm gonna throw that in a lot too. My crappy ex. So yeah, so great to see Becky back. Becky, yeah, you named Ziggy, that's for sure. And if I could have taken Ziggy with me, I would have. And I've already told La Douche, we're gonna call her that now. I don't know, dudes. Ooh, bad corner there. There's a real bad corner town here. Some guys took a bad line. There could have been a little bit of a incident there. It sure looked like it. If and when I get another acreage, I would like Ziggy back. Rail saying because of the time of the year, La Vuelta has the best roster, often has the best roster as the guys coming from the Giro and the crashers from the Tour often ride it. Yeah, sometimes you will see that a lot at La Vuelta. It is the third Grand Tour. It is the third on the rung of the ladder. But you're going to see a lot of dudes that did bomb out at the other tours come back to, to get vindication, I guess. We got Matt Jazz here. Matt Jazz Pepelnik. In your opinion, can Primo? I think you're saying Primoz finish on the podium. Hell yeah, I think Primoz can. Primoz, what has Primoz done this year, guys? Let's take a look at that quick. And dudes, then I got a nature break here. So Primoz this year, his last race was back at the end of June. So he's been basically just training for the past month and a half and 3 weeks. So he won the Slovenian individual time trial. Yeah. 4th in the road race. He did the Tour de Suisse, Tour of Romandy, Basque Country, Tirreno Adriatico. 5th at Tirreno Adriatico. That's all crusher. 16th at Basque Country, 18th at Tour of Romandy, 8th at the Tour de Suisse, and then basically finished up with his road race championships of Slovenia and then took a bunch of time off. So he really hasn't raced since June 28th. We're back August 22nd for the start of the Vuelta in Monaco on Saturday, and he's back racing. So he's had like a month and 3 weeks off. So you got to think that Primoz is feeling pretty fresh. And considering he's coming to the end of his career, I'd love to see him do well. Reg Stewart here, he's probably sitting here going, dude, what's going on here? He says, so what's happening in the race? Basically, hint, hint, Colin, talk about the race. Dude, we got a breakaway up front. This is Reg. Got a breakaway up front. They got about 1:45 on the peloton. I'm going to throw you guys here. We're going to go back into 3D mode. We've had some echelon action already, and there was damage done. I think the majority of it's back together now. Let's just hang out here. The winds are going to be less of an impact as we get more into the foothills. We're a little bit more protected. Actually going through a lot of towns too, so that's where they're going to get sheltered. Ziggy. Well, okay, Ziggy, dude, thank you so much. Ziggy says, I'm going to be offline for a few minutes. I got to make a payment to become a member of the channel. I love the respect here. I love to chat about cycling with hey, dude, I'm all about everything cycling here. I'm riding every day. So guys, I didn't do as much as I thought I might yesterday. I just did a quick 40K, but that put me at 348 kilometers for the week for this dude. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. So this week, I think 350. If I can do 50K average per day, there's my 350 right there. 350. And throw a couple longer days in, I might get to 400 this week. Again, Ziggy. We might call you Zwiggy. Shorten it up. Yeah, Mother Cramner's got it. The competition is actually the weakest of the 3 Grand Tours, but off only a little from the Giro. Neither is close to... Yeah, totally, dude. Still makes for great racing. David Blom is asking, Swiss Ziggy, where are you? Okay, we're talking about an 8-car garage. Why were we talking about an 8-car garage? Where did that come from? Don't even know. Swiss Ziggy needs a pin. I know, dude. I know. And you know what? I didn't do it again. I didn't do it again. Swiss Ziggy does need a pin. Swiss Ziggy, where are you? Where are you located? Oh, once I was working on my ads yesterday, so I've got to do Ferbina from Chile, Federico from Italy, Prince from Ireland, Tom Dos from El Dorado Hills, Anthony from the Philippines. I don't know where Swiss Ziggy is actually located. Swiss Ziggy definitely needs a pin. Swiss Ziggy, let me know you're from, dude. Exactly where you're from. Not exactly. Jim saying, a few years ago, I was taking a nature break on a path outside of Boulder, and a bike cop came by and harassed me. Even called in to see if I had any existing warrants. I would have turned around and whizzed on him. Like, dude, you think he doesn't do that? There it is, Swiss Ziggy. Dude, you're on. I can see you in the chat right now, dude. Swiss Ziggy, thank you so much, dude. Helamos for Jaco Alula is back at the team car here, grabbing some gels. It's UAE on the front, guys. And Zhao sitting there fine. Fifth wheel looks like. So I'm not sure what Zhao was doing back there. So obviously he wasn't in a lot of trouble back there. Yeah, as long as you don't, yeah, just don't mention Joey. Data centers, e-bikes, you should be fine. Yeah, Almeida's came back. And dudes, I'm going to keep rolling on here. Great chat here. Fab Cycling's jumping in here right now. Going to keep reading on. Becky's asking Soler. Mark Soler will not be at this race. Let's take a look at them right now. Yeah, he's not here. It's Poggy, Almeida, Novak. I don't know what Soler's doing these days. Let's see if we can find out where he is real quick on here. There's his picture right there. Oh, dude, right here. Great news. Well, not great news. He's out with fractured ribs. He crashed during training, it says. So he might be done for the year, I would guess, with fractured ribs. He DNF'd the Giro, came back, and obviously crashed again. Oh, yeah. So Soler went out at the Giro. Wow, that's a long time ago. That's stage 2 where, remember it was Yates, like completely covered in dirt, blood. I think stage 2 of the Giro, I think they lost like 2 or 3 of their riders, or 3 or 4 of the riders were involved in the crash anyways, on that one corner where they all went sliding off the road. Someone hit the barrier really hard. So he's recovered, gone out again, crashed again, hurt his ribs. So Soler's probably finished for the year. Maybe he can come back for some of the autumnal classics that are coming up soon. Yep, Railhead says it right here. That Soler is out with fractured ribs. I'm gonna keep going. Jay says she's gonna hype the video later. I guess you can hype the videos or something like that too. I know Dawn does it all the time. Dudes, I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up here. Yeah, dude, Peng Wayne here. No matter what your FTP is, just remember, don't believe your cyclist friends when they say it's only a coffee ride, a zone 2. Yeah, dudes, when someone says we're just doing a zone 2, it means we're going to slaughter you. It means you're going to be laying on the side of the road in a puddle of your own blood and urine, dying. We always joke about it. Yeah, we're just doing zone 2, which means we're going to crush each other as quick as we can. Even inside, we do that, guys. I'm going to keep moving on. Oh, that's right. Primoz got hit. Primoz was supposed to be at Burgos and I think he got hit from behind because it showed the back of his legs were all black and blue. So he's lost time as well. That's right. Okay, I'm going to keep reading on, guys. Got to keep reading on. Swiss Ziggy, I have already 65 race days behind me. Ziggy, let's know about your cycling background. Tell us what you ride. What do you like to ride? Okay. UAE's controlling it, guys. They've given the six riders up front a bit of a lead again. They're out to 1 minute and 50 seconds. Mr. DiBiase says, good job, Colin. Some work is better than no work now. I'm feeling bad about taking a cheat day off. Dude, no cheat days for me. No, dude, you can have a cheat day. You can have a cheat day, but you still got to put some time in. Like, right now, I'm thinking I want 1 to 2 days a week where I'm really not watching my calories, although my calories are so restricted right now. Like, I'm going to bed hungry, and then I got to eat 1 banana before bed. Just get 100 calories in me just to survive the night. Like today, I'm doing shawarma with the girls, so I'll eat way too much, but I will get a 600 calorie workout in after work. I gotta keep reading, guys. I'm way behind. Oh, Michael Bogert, I remember him. Wow, Swiss Ziggy saying that Michael Bogert was his neighbor about 250 meters further down the road, but in this region, you see pro riders every day. Yeah, Bogert. Who else am I thinking of? There's another similar name to that, too. Dude, yeah, Aaron, Zone 2, do not have that second bowl of cherries. Dude, I've given up on cherries now. That's it. Done. Never eating them again. Mads Pedersen pulling over to the side of the road here. Looks like he's going to do a bike swap here real quick. Yeah, the days of Rebien, DeLuca, Bartley, Vandenbroek, Bogard, Armstrong. Yeah, Frank Vandenbroek. Yeah, Ziggy, dude, you're in the spotlight, bro. You're a member of the channel. Let us know about your cycling background. Dudes, and all of you do that. If what kind of racing you're doing, like Jay was doing a Fondo yesterday. Guys, Jay, I just call her Jay. She is a lady. She says she's one of the 1%ers, and that was a joke I made one day. Like 1% of the channel is female, and she goes, "I'm one of them," and we're now friends on Instagram. So let me know about your cycling background. What do you like to do? Guys, I ride, majority of my rides are inside just for efficiency. That's it. Dudes, now it's nature break time. I'm also going to have to heat up a coffee, and I'll be right back. Coffee. All All right, dudes, we're back. 10 by 10 cube, cycling dominance and performance excellence. Gap right now is 1 minute and 33 seconds. Let's get you back into the more of the visual look here. And we have 65.8 kilometers to go. It's exactly lining up with flow bikes right now. Sprint points coming up. They're in the lowermost, easiest part of this long drag up now to the finish. We are in a little false flatty section here. We're constantly climbing all the way, but it's probably like only 1-2% at most right now. UAE guarding the front. There's Jay Vine sitting two bikes ahead of Poggy. Ineos team right behind him. I can see Red Bull. And then it looks like Bahrain victorious. Rail's asking if Swiss Ziggy has any connection to any of the old greats. Oh, wow. Swiss Ziggy. Dude, I love this. I did write for multiple newspapers during the last 30 years. Not kidding or anything. I wrote about cycling for the last 30 years while using photos of Corvos. I'm assuming Corvos is a famous photographer who I don't know actually, dude. I'm just saying everything. Cycling is everything for me since I was a very young... Dude, Swiss Ziggy, dude. You are the bro. You are a true dude of the channel. Dawn, I did look. Blue Thunder mode is not available. The best I can do for this one, guys, is kind of do my own, like, you know, fakey Blue Thunder mode. Anyone new here, we do have the ability to do stuff like this and have a little look around at the terrain. So you can see these are the Pyrenees just lurking in the background, guys. We got some bigger stuff in the background there. Obviously, we're not going to those ones today. We do have a nice, pretty little lake coming up here. I'm hoping we got some dams. Do we have a dam? We always look for... I think we got a dam. We got a dam. Let's have a look. No, just a little weird road crossing there. And that could be a dam. Hard to say. Maybe further on. You go. We're always on dam alert here. Yeah, just resume that tracking there, guys. Yeah, Dawn, I did check. I've seen nothing from Bike Terra for full Blue Thunder mode. So we got less Blue Thunder mode than last year. However, we have picked up this new mode, which is really cool. So Swiss Ziggy was an actual cycling, I guess, commentator, reporter himself. So Ziggy, I love it. Swiss Ziggy saying, so the last 30 years, so Ziggy would have been around like from the very early 90s of cycling. So he would have been through the Armstrong era, all that kind of stuff. The names that Rail mentioned earlier, those guys are just before my time. I did for sure meet a few of them, but it was just before the time cycling became bigger than football at a young age. Yeah, Pedersen with the tactical bike change, yeah. Yep, Corvos is probably the biggest photographer in cycling sport for the past 4 decades. All the photos you've ever seen probably come from his studio. Yeah, dudes, and that's something that I would never have known. Like, to me, obviously we know the commentators, but the photographers that are out there, you know, all those motos you see out there, guys, are like professional photographers taking still images. Wow, dude. This is so cool. Dude, I can't even pronounce his name, but on camera right now, if you're watching, these beautiful sandstone formations here. Almost looking like hoodoos that we have here in Alberta. Almost. Yeah, you could say those are hoodoos. Yeah, those ones there are like hoodoos right there. Where they have the more weather-resistant cap rock, probably a shale, over top of the sandstone, that differential erosion. So they form these neat shapes. It looks like the Wild West. Just a little tiny chunk of them here. So look at what a hoodoo is, and you'll know what I'm looking at roughly on camera now. Similar. Yeah, Tour Tracker's good too. Like I really enjoy Tour Tracker. It's worth using it totally. And when I say worth it, what I'm using, guys, this is free. What I'm using here to do this. So I like to jump between the three of them. Jean-Claude Van Damme's. Yes, the Jean-Claude Van Damme's. Broykink, Rooks. Oh, I loved Rooks. Gert Van... Oh, dude, Gert. Dude, Gert, Jan, Tienis. Dude, like, Absolute savage on the bike, guys. If you don't know who that dude is, Peter Wiening, that era, dude, he was the giant. How tall, Swiss Ziggy, how tall was Gert? He looked massive. He had the long hair. He wore that really wide kind of, I don't know, headband. He wore a really wide headband, and he did stuff that no big man should be doing at the Tour de France and at bike races in general. 1 minute 32 seconds are back from our leaders to the red jersey of Poggy. Ethan Hayter's still up front doing all the work. He needs more sprint points. He needs sprint points today. And remember, guys, at this one today, so that's what I found is really interesting about La Vuelta. They're only giving points to the top 5. So you can't just be a sprinter who scrapes in later, okay, I'll get the best of the rest points. Because generally, these 6 would have went through and got the top 6. And then a Pedersen or a Wout or whoever would have came through to scoop up the best of the rest sprint points. They're not available. You need to be in that front group. So I like how La Vuelta is making it more, I guess, more competitive. If you really want to get the sprinter's jersey, you're going to have to work hard for it. And really fight for those intermediates. There's not any 7 and 8 points to be had at this coming up for any of the other sprinters. Ethan Hayter is the only one out there doing it. 62.3. Yeah, that's about right. 62 there. Good enough. Yeah, the Hoodoos. Ludo Peters, Eric van der Arden. So, yeah, van der Arden for me, he was like early 80s, I believe, sprinter. Yeah, dude's like the Netherlands, Belgium, like cycling homeland. Like those races have been running so long. And you know what? Swiss Ziggy knows probably better than me. Some of those books I've been listening to, reading, some of these races ran during World War II. There was races that we watch today, like I'm pretty sure Liège-Bastogne-Liège ran through at least 1 year during World War II. I'm almost positive. And I even read just recently that they wanted to run the Tour de France during World War II. The Germans did. To kind of make life seem normal, you know? Of course it didn't happen, but... Aaron's having some peaches today. A peach, dude, what is a peach soup? That sounds like a dessert to me. Yeah, Tunis was the bulky guy with the long hair. Yeah, that's correct, the headband. Dude, imagine what it would be like. Just imagine, my friend laughs at me all the time because I say this a lot, to own a signed Gert van Tunis headband. Never washed. I would never wash it. I would grow my hair out. Gert, I need a headband. Yeah, he was the bulk guy. Okay, and Ziggy, I would have forgotten about that. But that's right, dude. He won the polka dot jersey. And I think he was like, Ziggy, you're going to know better than me. How big was Gert? Like, how heavy was he? So he had the headband. Etienne Dendeville. Oh, yeah, Rudy Donnens. I remember the name Rudy Donnens. Really, you've almost got it there. I remember a certain Paris-Roubaix where he crashed like 8 or 9 times. And he was bloodied and he was covered in mud and he just kept going and going and going. Rudy, I think it's Donnens. Something like that. I wouldn't know how to spell it. Tunis. He is in no Rizzi. He did have 3 heart attacks, did just divorce his wife. Welcome to the club. Although it was the other way around. And remarried, returned to the Netherlands, while having lived in Spain for the past 25 years. He's probably like so tanned, that guy. He was in misery. Okay. I would say, yeah, Etienne sounds French to me. I think there's a place there, Saint Etienne. Oh, dudes, I can see rain clouds in the distance. We got thunder clouds in the distance, guys. It looks like it's raining up in the distance. Riders relaying the satchel over the back, stuffed with water bottles. It's bright and sunny looking in this direction. It's dark in that direction. Dudes, are we going to have rain on course? Let's check the weather forecast here right now. Okay, we're not getting a forecast, but weather during the race. Winds are dying down. You can see it now, guys. So we were in that 40, 45 kilometer hour winds. At the front now, 24k an hour. Temperatures just dropped under 30 degrees, it looks like. And there's big, dark, scary looking clouds in the distance. They're coming. We could see some rain, guys. I'm not sure what the forecast says. I didn't check that out today. Rail saying that people say Tennyson and Rooks were the first guys to flirt with I think the first signs, like everything I've read, guys, I think EPO was like 89, 90, right in there that year where it was like, hey, look at this stuff. David Blom saying the Vinca Reservoir Dam Alert. Okay, so maybe I did see it earlier. I'm trying to catch up again, guys. Yes, Dawn. Good question, Dawn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're here. Yep, Pinarello is here. That's right, because Asburn was looking pretty good in the time trial. But let's look at Asburn here. How did he finish in the time trial? At the end, he finished 39th, but he was up high for quite a while. Must have been one of the earlier guys out. Just remember that name. But yeah, we don't have a Pidcock here. Let's just back it up here again. Dude, bright and sunny here today. We've had some really warm days for us, like 27, 28 degrees, that type of thing. I'm going to bounce back here. Bottles being handed out here. Ice socks are still being handed out. Jam that down the back of your jersey, dude. Nice job. So, dude, we've got some... with Ziggy here. We got Swiss Ziggy. Cycling journalist, I'm going to call him for now. And the other dude, Sir Bike-A-Lot. Sir Bike-A-Lot was in... All we know of Sir Bike-A-Lot, dudes. I'm going to try to make it seem really mysterious, dark, deep, creepy. Backseat ride in the Garmin Cervelo team car when Ryder Hejjedal won the Giro. I'm pretty sure that's his background. So I got to think he's a mechanic. He's from Canada. He pops in once in a while. He will never tell us the truth about what he really did. Swiss Ziggy saying Gert Jan was big in the Netherlands. They expected him or Rooks to win the Tour. Dude, yeah, guys, that's your homework for today. Go back and watch some of that 90s stuff with Gert. Like what he was doing on the bike. And guys, we all know, and that's fine. They were all doing some strange stuff back then. He's like a giant. But don't really know how I guess I could look him up, but that's right, Rail. That's right. Nathan van Hooydonk's father, yeah, he was a professional cyclist. Good one here. Rooks and Tenise are the only two Dutch to ever win the polka dot jersey. Dude, I wouldn't have known that. Aaron saying peach soup is a cold soup for hot weather and good as a first course, palate cleanser, or dessert peaches. The stuff you learn on this channel, guys, right? You gotta have the bay leaf, the orange, lemon, cream, cinnamon stick. Dude, this sounds like it's got a lot of calories in it. And Zeosex. Zeosex is back too. Dude, I haven't seen you for a while, bro. Thunderstorms in the mountains on radar. So we got our weather guy here too, guys. I've seen them on camera. AI says Tenise raced at between 67 and 69 kilos, which seems so lightweight to me, guys. Right now, even with my weight loss, my friend says that you don't look like you need to lose weight, but I do. Dude, my weight, I want to be 195 again. And right now I'm weighing around 204, 205. So, but we're well on the way now, guys. It's happening. The body's adapted. Aaron's got some good stuff here. He's talking about garnishing of the peach soups. Yeah, do Ziggy and Rail. Yeah, Rail knows his cycling too, man. Rail usually gives us a nice story every day. We were learning about the Movistar disaster class in 2019. Earlier, we had a 16-part discussion on that I read out loud. Yeah, real. I think. I'm not sure if he was a DS. When he said he was in the back seat, I assumed he was a mechanic. Yeah, we got Joop Zoidemelk, Mr. Number 2 forever. Oh, the green thing. Oh, dude, you know what that is? The sunlight's coming blasting in that window. That right there. I'm going to see my finger there. Yeah, dude, sorry. It's the sunlight coming in. I got to get something to block that window out. So it's kind of like over blasting the green screen. Like you can see the green screen all over the place here now. As I'm overlaid on top of it. So I can't really fix that right now. Yeah, it's a lightsaber. Excellent, Aaron. Excellent. I'll move my head anyways later. In fact, I could do that right now, guys. What I'll do is do that, and then it won't look as dumb. Yeah, you. If I do this too, you'll see the green screen maybe. You guys can have a look at that soon. Yeah, Roy's got it. Dude, Roy, exactly. So that's why I was saying I'm going to move my face to block the screen. Yeah, dude, it does look like a lightsaber, doesn't it? Okay, we're coming over here. And what I'll do is I'm going to do that. Yeah, dude, see? The powers of Inside Cycling. So I'm a little bit reduced there in the corner there now. And we're going to come right back to the race. So now you guys can see the profile. Whatever you want to call it. Category 2 followed up with Category 1 followed up with a Category 2 climb. We got like 30 plus kilometers climbing at 5% gradient. It could be just massive carnage, chaos, anti-domination today. Where it's going to be happening soon, guys. Don's asking, will Pitters be doing some CX racing with Mathieu van der Poel? Maybe mountain bike even. I'm not really sure what Pitcock's doing right now. What is he doing? Let's have a look. So Pitcock right now, guys, let me get his team here. There he is. Right now, it says he might be mountain bike racing. They don't show up here. So his next races are the 9th on a Friday in Quebec City. That's a lap race. And then 2 days later on the Sunday, they do the GP Montreal, another basically lap race. Montreal is the bigger race. They're both World Tour races, so all the World Tour teams will be there. And then I would assume would they just hang out in Canada till later in the month? Because then it's World Championships. And I keep having people ask me, Colin, you're going to be there. Colin, you're going to be there. There's a guy that follows me on Strava. He's like, dude, bring your bike. And he goes, I can see you training hard right now. I'm like, I am training hard, dude. Like I'm hitting the bike as hard as I possibly can right now. Like between work, my chaos of a life, windows that have no window coverings over them. Guys, so I live in a place now, I don't have one window covering up. So when it's bright out, it's just like bright in here. At night, people can look right in. Have a good gander. Have a good gander, folks. Ladies, yeah, have a gander. Gonna keep reading on, dudes. 155 is the gap now from the peloton up to our 6-rider breakaway, and those dark clouds are learning. Oh, Alex Kirsch for Cofidis is just abandoned. I don't know why at this moment. I didn't see any crashes earlier. Fatigue. Intestinal issues. Maybe he had a bowl of cherries last night. I guarantee you, if you had a bowl of cherries the night before like I did, you would not be riding your bike the next day. You'd be doing a lot of hovering. Let's just park that right there. Gonna keep reading on. Yeah, 6 times second at the Tour de France. Joop Zoetemelk. Dude, do I say it correct? Is it Joop? I think it's Joop. I don't think you say Joop. I think you say Joop Zoetemelk. I believe that's how you say it. Penguin's asking where Carapaz is. Dude, Carapaz is going to be in the peloton right now. So it's been a strange day. We've had that break go out early. We've seen some crazy echelon action happening. Like it did do damage, but with it not being a flat finish today, it's kind of like, why are we doing all this damage? Because it's all going to come back together on the climb. Well, not all back together, but if it was a flat day, the damage would have been done and would have been continued by those echelon specialists to the finish for the sprinters to win. We're not going to see a sprint victory today. It's going to be a GC type victory today. Haters out here doing all the work. His shorts are not cut up the back today to fit him. Oscar Onley on screen right now, riding third in the Ineos train here. They sit directly behind Poggy and UAE. I think Poggy just had his bike computer off there for a second. Putting it back on. Yeah, there's Poggy with the Richard Mille watch on. Ugly. Yeah, we're talking about penalties here. Yeah, back then, dude, there was lots of doping penalties back then. Yeah, give him 5-10 minutes, 2 minutes here, as Ziggy saying. Yep, Ziggy saying, yeah, he did get caught about 6 times or 5 times indeed, but back in those days, you did get a 2-minute penalty. The Jaguars lurking. The Schwartz is strong with Colin today. Yeah, Dawn. The next rest day segment could be rail stories narrated by Colin. Dude, I'd love to narrate stories. I would love it. There's a podcast that I listen to, and I used to listen to way back when, Grimerica. It's kind of like I'm just going to classify it as conspiracy podcast. But a lot of cool olden day stuff, ancient stuff. They're based out of Calgary, these two guys. And one of the guys, so there's Darren and Graham. One of the guys has gone back and he's narrated a bunch of old books that never were going to be narrated and put like on audio formats. And I'm like, I could have done that. So maybe I can do that. Yeah, remember carnage and anti-domination. That's what we want. That's all we want in pro cycling is carnage and anti-domination. The gap right now is out to 2 minutes, guys. 6 riders up front. They've got just under 52 kilometers to go. So you guys remember earlier I was saying, we've got about 2,500 meters in climbing to do today. We've covered 700 meters of it so far. So we still have 1,800 meters of climbing, 5,000 feet of climbing still to go. Coming up here in less than 50 kilometers. We're just on the false flatty area right now, coming up to the sprint point today. Sprint point should be coming in less than 10 kilometers, it looks like. Yeah, to me, this is a ride down ride. Road down ride. Aaron, this climb is certainly a draftable climb. Oh, yeah, totally. I think I saw on both the Cat 1 and Cat 2's max gradients hit 8%. Of course, that depends where they take the little gradient from. If it's on a corner, it could be 20. If there's any switchbacks along the way, we're going to see those coming up. But they definitely start moving away from the flatlands here right now. As you can see here on camera, here's some flattish stuff. And then everything changes. No farms anymore. Why? Because we're winding our way up through these valleys. Oh, found a solar station here. Just wondering what that was. Resume the tracking there. 207's the gap at the moment, guys. Drew. Had an eBay flurry arrive Saturday, just opening box notes. A sprint is coming. Ooh, Drew, what did you get? What'd you get? Okay, moving on here, guys. Yeah, no window coverings. Dude, I got none. Got none. Dude, yeah, I'm looking here. Lurkers unite. Lurkers, jump into the chat. Let us know where you're from. Looks like we've got about 260 lurkers right now. Dude, sometimes I think I'm the only person doing this on the planet, but it's so cool that you guys are here watching this with me. Some days, dude, I expected 15 people here today. I'm like, well, it's a Monday, stage 3 of La Vuelta. Who's going to watch today? Well, I guess you dudes are watching. And remember, guys, if you're a lurker and you never want to say anything here, that's cool. That's fine. Want to try Trigger's live 3D tracking? Okay, click the yellow 3D button on the map. Dude, I've already done that. We're already doing it. It is amazing. Thank you, Tour Tracker. I keep saying Tour Tracker, you should be charging me for this. I will pay for it. Lurkers unite. It's free to like, guys. If you like the video, you just got to click that little button. Later on today, some dude's going to be sitting around. He's going to get some random suggestion to watch this idiot talking about cycling and whatnot for hours. Hayter is set to extend his points lead over Pedersen and Van Aert. And he will be taking the actual green jersey today for real. He wears it, but it's not really his. It's not really his jersey right now. It's Poggy's jersey still. Poggy has a 5-point lead. No one's going to fight with Hader for the green jersey points coming up. Let's take a look at the virtual GC. At this point right now, Poggy sits 1 minute and 41 seconds overall behind Hader on course right now if the race ended this second. It's not how it's going to end, though. So let's just bounce back here for a second. Yeah, we're getting close now, guys. 5-6 Ks to the sprint point. Don't forget, we got Magnus Cort in the break, too. Magnus might try to do something. He might. He does have 2 wins this year. Ethan Hader has 1 win. Mats Fenzel has 1 win. The other 3 riders have 0 wins this year. Ooh. Oh, okay. Aaron's saying, Colin, are you going to check out Cherry Bomb Electropop debut album after those cherries? Dude, well, yeah, I saw you guys talking about Cherry Bomb earlier as I was streaming but not streaming. Soccer, my pick for today is Primos, and tomorrow, Enric Mas. Digital Norbs is back. Guess who's back, guys? Digital Norbs is back. Drew got 2 pairs of shoes, 1 new, a new OEM Porsche Boxster brake pedal, some ballpoint pens, bamboo shafted. Dude, who's into pens here? Who isn't? Dude, that's another topic we can discuss. Who is into pens here? Guys, some dudes, dudes, ladies, everyone, children. Some people are really into pens, and I think Drew's one of them. He's got the fact that he had to point out that he had a bamboo shafted pen and a mini sculpture of a woman. Now that sounds a little bit shady, Drew. Let us know more. Aaron saying Primos winning today from the Peloton would be wild. Yeah, totally. Looks like Drew had some damage to his package. Mr. DiBiase, Mr. Ted, the $1 Million Man, Mr. DiBiase. Yes, I do have a community Discord. Definitely. Dude, look up Inside Cycling World on Discord. So there's that one, and there's also my jersey, the Team GRC Discord. That's the big Discord, which I don't participate a lot anymore. The Team GRC Discord, great guys. It's primarily if you love riding Ruby. If you like riding Ruby inside, that's what the Team GRC Discord's for. And then I kind of had issues with the Ruby employees, I guess, because they ripped me off. Because they did. I made the Inside Cycling World one, and I kind of just do my own stuff over there now. So I put like race videos there. I have different topics and stuff like that there. Jump on in. It's you can do whatever you want in there. You can be wild inside the Discord. Becky Stanley, I've moved. You can pin me. Okay, Cornwall. Becky. Okay, Becky. And I am going to get this done. Cornwall. I'm near the St. Perrin Cycling Club. Some guys launched from their club. Okay. Okay. Check this dude out. Look at this. Fats McFly. Dude, have you been before? Fats McFly. Love your name, dude. Fats McFly 89. Love me a good machine pen, titanium, zirconium, etc. I'm waiting for Drew to still respond here, too. Aaron's into pens at work. Soccer guy says, I wonder if bamboo shafted pencils sharpen faster like they grow up. Yeah, dude, bamboo grows very quick. I have a few pens. Not sure since I was no longer... Okay, pens. Look at Jean-Pierre Lepine. He sells one bejeweled item for $3,500. Well, Drew, what's funny here, dude, is I got my work pen, just a piece of junk, piece of crap. Then I got this little unit. So this is my one and only, dude, this is just sitting here randomly today. Just randomly. This is, I think it's a Mont Blanc Star Walker is what it's called. So Mont Blanc Star Walker. Dude, it feels beautiful in your hand. It's metal. It's got all these groovings on it. It's a ballpoint, like you just kind of, It's got the little dealio on the end. On the clip, it says Assure Energy 2005. I was at a small oil and gas company. I was the vice president of exploration at that company. We killed it. I got brought in by the landman. He's like, hey, Colin, you got to get over here. I was working at a company, just started a company. He says, you got to get over. I'm like, dude, I've just started at this company. The other company's really good too. He says, yeah, but you can be VP over here in a heartbeat. I'm like, I lucked out. The area that company was working was where I'd worked for years before that. So I knew everything there was to know about it. I walked in, I canceled a bunch of drill locations. The people that bought the company were like, why are you canceling all this stuff? And then I picked my own, smashed it. We sold the company in 2005, and they handed us these really cool portable alarm clocks. It's a Scottish clock company. Dude, I'll find out later today. I've never used it. It comes like in a leather case. And these pens. There's probably only maybe 10 of these pens with that Assure Energy on it. Yeah, it's mine. So, dude, that just happened to be sitting here with my copy of Farley Mowat's Tundra. Sitting right there. Which I'm going to read again on my next vacation, which is probably going to be solo Colin down in Mexico. Yeah. Oh, so Drew likes to collect pens, apparently. Yeah, owning a 3,500 euro pen has to be a douche move. Yeah, it is. But if I was given one, I'd keep it. Fabson, I have a couple of Mont Blancs, nice writers. Okay. I guess Colin got the pens in the breakup. Dude, 1 minute 41. We're at 47.2 Ks to go. I'm going to put you back on this one and tell you the story. I lost this pen for years, and I didn't lose it because I knew where it was. So I used to have that big trailer outside, and I left some stuff in my trailer, and I'm like, I know my pen's in the trailer. I kind of like know where everything is. Like right now, I know that wind-up clock made in Scotland, which is weird to me, in the leather case. I know it's in a case out here right now. And I kept saying, I don't know where my pen is. I know where it is, but I don't know where it is. And that went on for years. Then we went out for supper one day. This is in the past. So Joey Jojo reference has to come out again. Her mom's sitting across from me at the table. And I needed a pen to sign. I go, anyone got a pen? Because the lady walked away, didn't give us a pen for me to sign. Big Daddy had to pay for everything. And Joey's mom brings this pen out. And I looked at the pen and I'm like, hey, that's a really nice pen you got there. Yeah, isn't it? I'm like, it's so nice. I go, in fact, that's my pen. And I snatched it away from her. And I recovered my pen. The girls thought it was hilarious. I'm like, Granny, I've been looking for this pen for years. So she saw it in the trailer one day and just thought, well, it's just a pen, and picked it up and stole my pen from me. Fats, Sharpie S gel pens for the everyday pen. Oh, Mr. DiBiase, the nicest pen I ever owned was a white anniversary Mont Blanc Meisterstück. Yeah, I know those ones, dude. That I got for a birthday from an ex. Oh yeah, we're going deep here today, guys. It has the heights of different mountain points on the tip. Dude, now that's cool. Do you still have that pen, Mr. DiBiase? You must. You're the $1 million man. Justin, UAE is riding. That's an ominous sign for the rest of the peloton. I know, dude. 1 minute 40 is the gap. Sprint points coming up right away, guys. Definitely in the foothills now. There's no more farmlands nearby. Roads have gotten narrower. Hills encroaching on either side. Peloton is really strung out by UAE here, guys. Believe it's UAE and Ineos doing the damage at the front. Visma riding quite a ways back. Actually, they're riding behind EF. Yeah. It's UAE, Ineos doing all the work here. Yeah. Yeah, saying right now for our sprint point, Ethan Hayter's at the back, having a chat with the Jayco Alula rider. You got this. Yeah. No problems. 500 meters to go, so slightly delayed on flow. They're going to cross it through here over on the screen that you're looking at. And let's just see how non-sprinty this sprint point is today. There might be a prize to win like 3 prize chickens or something, so someone might go for it. But I highly doubt it. And then we're going to see Hader slip back. And someone here will get brave and try to go on the break again. That's what I think is going to happen. It's kind of the usual recipe of the day. They're probably only down to a couple hundred meters now. They're actually out of the saddle here. It's actually steep enough that they're all out of the saddle. Hader starts moving. And he has a look over at the Groupama FDJ rider. Yeah, you know, bro, you just stay back there. Picnic rider. Who's that on his shoulder there? It looks like a picnic rider. Yeah, it is. Just riding into the Skoda sprint point of the day. God, this is taking forever to get there. Unless they've gone through it and they didn't show it. It didn't look that exciting. So they will be through it now, guys. Or this is the longest 600 meters of all time. Okay. UAE pushing on the front, guys. Ineos. Gel's being stoked up here by the Visma boys. That looks like Sepp Kuss. Has to be. Having a chat with the skinny little dude from Soudal. That's Valentin Perripont right there. I know it is. Yeah, skinny guys at the back loading up on the gels. Okay, let me just back up here, dudes. Oh, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Okay. Not that monkey. Not that donkey. Donkey, not a monkey. Uniball Deluxe Micro is my go-to daily pen. Yeah, dude, a nice pen. Like, this is a nice pen. This is a nice pen. I never use it. Pen Liberation Day. Yes, dude. Dude, that day that I got my pen back from Granny, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I've been going, I thought I was going, getting dementia. I'm like, I know where my pen is. I know I left it in the trailer in that box area at the back there. And then probably 2 to 3 years I was looking for that pen. I'm like, how can I not find my pen? And she had it the whole time. And it was just lucky that day she had that purse with that pen in it, or else I may have never seen it again. And I definitely wouldn't have seen it now because I don't see those people anymore. I'm basically dead to them. Okay, just gonna have a quick browse back here. Don, I like a nice pen. I had a nice one in a wooden box. I'm not a fancy pen guy, but I like a nice. Me too, dude. Me too. I like a nice pen, but I'm not collecting pens. I think you can spend a lot of money collecting pens. I guess Aaron, I used to practice by craft and chalk and overhead Sharpies, then moved to Expo markers, then to iPad pens. Crazy times for teachers. Aaron's our math genius here, guys. Okay, Jay. Dude, I love this. Pentel RSVP Fine Tip is the only pen I use. Nothing fancy. I'm switching over. Mr. DiBiase, I still have that pen. Never use it. Just sits in a drawer. Dude, same as mine. Like, I'm never going to own a pen fancier than this. I think these are like $500. I'm never going to own a fancy pen like that. But when I lost it, I was like, dude, it's because on the clip, it says the name of the company. Like, I kind of swooped in and had to figure it out. Like, basically, the first week I was there, we had an emergency meeting with the old VP. Because she kind of sold that company to the money guys. And he lives in the Bahamas somewhere. Paradise Island, is that it? And he's like, hey, I forget her name. Colin says that these locations aren't any good. Well, yeah, they're not the greatest locations. Deal was done. So they got suckered a little bit. Company was called Quarry Oil and Gas. We took over, rebranded Assure Energy. And yeah, we did pretty good. Yeah, there was no banners for this sprint one, guys. 6 riders still going. Yeah, dude, this seems really weird here. Here, I'm just going to jump out for a second here. I'm going to come back to this one. Or, dude, it's like the map's out again. You know what it is? The map's way out. Yeah, we are not at the sprint point yet. So they were showing it completely wrong. Like what they're showing on camera, they were showing 600 meters to go to a town. The sprint point looks like it's still up the road on PCS. Like, what? Hang on a sec. No, we are through it. Okay, forget it. We are through it. Points classification, Ethan Hayter. Yeah, he just rolled through it. Poggy would have gotten no points there. Take a look at the points again. So Hayter, Timo Roizen, that was the picnic rider, got points. Lagak, 15. Helamos for Jaco got 13. 10 for Mats Wenzel. One other rider there got nothing out of that event, but it was just a roll across the line. So Magnus Cort was the one that got 0 out of that. Remember, they only pay down to 5 there, so we're through the sprint point. We are climbing, and it is raining at the finish. There is rain dots on the motorbike camera chasing the 6 riders out front. So it's already raining on course. It's not at the finish. And trying to tell if the roads look damp. Just little spots here and there on the camera moto. Ethan Hayter flicks through Roizen here for Picnic Postinel. And 146 is the gap, guys. So let's give that a refresh. So like you can see here, this is way behind. It's not updating live, so that's been throwing me off as I've been looking at things. So there it is right there. Through the sprint points, you can see here, guys. Hayter for Soudal Quickstep gets 20. Roizen, Lagak, Helamos, and Wenzel. 10 points for Equipo Kern Pharma. Remaining distance at that point is still 45 kilometers. On the category climb right now, Category 1 climb right now, Col de Mont-Louis. Category 1, over 19 kilometers, just under 5% average gradient. Dude, that's a lower climbs. Reminds me of Mount Lemmon in the States. Full climb, 42 kilometers at about 5%, 4.7%, something like that. So twice as long as this. I've done it inside on Ruby. Not that fun. It's not that fun. Okay, guys, I'm going to catch up again. Not That Donkey. Oh, I think Not That Donkey is right into pens and pencils, too. Yeah, Valentin Perry-Pont. He should have been wearing the green stuff. Drew bought a crazy pen in Milano in 96. Maybe it was 2002. Dude, 6 years apart. Has 3 metal posts screwed into 2 bases, top and bottom, with a naked pen barrel suspended in between. I haven't seen it for months. Maybe your mother-in-law stole it, like mine did. I never would have seen that pen again. And even like, okay, so guys, it was me and Joey, Jojo, Avery and Addison, Bob, and Granny. And I was just like, the girls were like, oh my God, did that just happen? Yeah, you stole my pen, Granny. Yeah. Oh, I was just keeping a hold on it for you. That's great. Great job, Granny. Here, I'm taking it back though. It's mine. Okay, reading on, guys. Yeah, they'd steal your pens. Pens grow legs. Exactly. Your granny will steal one. Reading on, guys. A lot of pen talk here. A lot of pen talk. Both Dutch Tour winners, Janssen and Zoidemelk, did also win La Vuelta Espana. Okay, I didn't know that. Besides that, we only have Dumoulin who won the Giro. The infamous Dumoulin incident. Swiss Ziggy, we do reference Tommy Dumoulin here quite a bit on the channel. I almost Dumoulin a few nights ago. Almost had a Dumoulin incident. Dave begs for pens at every client. They have nice ones. CIBC, dental surgeon, a few lawyers. Okay, dudes. 139 is the gap now. We've got a 139 gap back to our leaders. We still have 40 kilometers of racing to go. Raindrops are falling. And I think we're going to have probably a pretty serious downpour by the finish line. Luckily, it's uphill. There won't be any scary descents. The riders are damp, but not the road. Yeah, dude, you can see it's kind of getting socked in here now. So there's a little mini descent between the Cat 1 and the Cat 2. And okay, I'm going to keep reading on here now, guys. Drew gets all his pens off eBay, it looks like. Matt Lindell asks, hi, when is the climb starting? Matt, I would say technically we're on the climb now. Like, it's hard now. It's already hard. This climb here, can I get any details on it here? Here, I'm going to jump back here. The Col de Mont Louis. We're on it. It's because the climb is 19 kilometers long, and it says we still have 16.2 kilometers remaining. Average slope says 4.8%. But there's been a bunch of false flat before that too. False flat when you're climbing 2 and 3% gradients, where they're just kind of grinding their way up all the way. So we still got to go over the first climb. We take a little tiny descent where it may be wetter. And then we still have another 10 kilometers at roughly 5% again up to Font Romeo. Let me have a look at it here. That's 10 kilometers long at 5%. So we really do have about 30 kilometers of climbing to do. Winds have completely died down. Temperatures really dropped off at the top here. At the top of the Category 1 climb, guys, it's only 17.5 degrees Celsius, where we were seeing 32 degrees earlier at sea level when we were going along the coast. We're going to be up over close to 2,000 meters. Top today, it says 1,936 meters. I thought we actually got over 2,000, but we don't. Can't see live times behind you, bro. Behind you. Am I getting... hang on a second here, man. I just want to see how things look on my screen. Okay, I think it looks good. Maybe I had something blocked out there for a bit. Whoever that was Struo. Can't see live times, bro, behind you. Oh. Okay. David admits to stealing nice pens. Yeah, why not? Yeah, if you ever go to the toilet and do number 2, then you're going to the Dumoulin chamber. I had Swiss Ziggy, so I decided for some reason to buy like a big bag of cherries, like that big. And I'm like, oh, I gotta eat them. I eat terrible, dude. Especially now that I'm solo, Lone Wolf McQuaid over here. And I ate probably 3/4 of the bag. Had the worst sleep of my life. Like, I was on edge all night long. And when I say on edge, I mean I was on the edge all night long. Wow, dude, look at this. This is unbelievable. Most stage wins in one Grand Tour. Come on, dude. At La Vuelta in 1977, Freddie Martins won 13 stages. What? In one Grand Tour. Oh, I know this name. Alfredo Binda. Dude, I read a whole book about the Giro, and all they do is they talk about Alfredo Binda. Pretty much the whole book. 12 wins in one Giro. Dude, olden days. Freddie Martins, though, that's relatively modern. 1977. Yeah. Pretty scary when 50 years ago is pretty modern. That's how old I am. Poggy having a little chit-chat here with Jow on the front. Okay, guys, Jow's looking good. He's fine. Ooh, yeah. Strategies being discussed here for Poggy and Jow Almeida. Yep. Okay. Of course, Mr. Dumoulin was not the only guy who had bowel movement issues. Reese, Lamond. But I think his is the most famous and almost cost him the Giro. His is probably the most famous because it was like covered on national TV. Like the way it went down. I heard the Lamond one. TV coverage would have been terrible back in 1985, 86, whatever that was. And I don't think there was cameras everywhere. But I heard that his entire team kind of surrounded him after the incident. Oh, Becky's saying news just in. Okay, this is a good one. News just in. Vuelta organizers have just banned that disrespectful influencer from the mix zone. Not too soon. Becky, who are you talking about? Becky, I just saw this now, and I saw something yesterday. I'm like, yeah, who is this? Are you talking about that girl that was trying to talk to Poggy? If so, I'd love to know more about that because I don't know who that is. This climb is very far from the usual Vuelta Rampus Inhumanus. Yeah, dude, totally. Dave's asking who owns white bib shorts. I own none. Dude, I need some new gear though. I think I need some new gear. I gotta get online and order some gear. Ziggy saying if not for Dumoulin holding the team back, Primoz would have won the 2020 Tour de France. Yeah, that was a heartbreak, that one. That one was a heartbreak. I gotta keep reading on here. I want to know about the influencer, Becky. Reno saying Taddy will punish Van Aert for the past for the Roubaix loss. Okay, dude. Yeah, we're waiting to see that. Yeah, well, dude, this is the kind of stage where this is a Poggy stage. Roubaix, that's Van Aert territory. Dude, I had no idea. Wow, look at this. Most stage podiums for competitors at this La Vuelta. Primoz has 33 podiums, top threes at La Vuelta. And second place only has 12. That's Enric Mas. Caden Groves has 11. Caden Groves is here, guys. We might see him sprinting later on in the race. 1 minute 30 seconds is the gap. We have 36.3 kilometers to go. Mr. DiBiase, dude, thank you, dude. I'll join you in there later, Ted. I'm in there all the time. Like, I have Discord on my phone. Send me a direct message there if you want, dude. So you can do direct messaging in Discord, and people do both. Zeosex, I believe, is in there. I think Pinoy's in there. I think. He's saying, Pinoy's saying, actually, it's hard to sleep when you got a full or empty stomach. Yeah, dude, I have been going to bed with an empty stomach, but that night was just like the cherries working overtime in my system. And I was like, what is going on here? Because, dude, that's not me. I never really get, let's just call it intestinal issues. Ugh, I'm still working my way through it. Okay. Over here, Aaron asks, what is the deal with crazy lack of perspective influencers like the crazy redhead? So, Aaron, are you talking about the girl that was calling? I swear, and from what I read, I think she was calling him, it sounded like she was calling him Podja Cheater. Is that right? Is that what you guys are taking? Okay, so Pinoy is X-Men. Dude, I knew it was. I knew you were X-Men. Dudes, Pinoy is in my Discord all the time. And dude, I love it. And he posts all the highlight videos, race videos, X-Men. Dude, I do watch what you're doing in there. I watch your stuff, dude. One of his latest ones, I think, was the cheese rolling thing. I think that's what it was. It's the national sport of somewhere in Belgium, I don't know, or the Netherlands, where they roll a cheese round down a hill and dudes go running behind it. And, it's kind of choppy, the hill, and you see dudes flying through the air. And X-Man, your comment was like, watch the dude in black, because he's like just somersaulting through the air. Yeah, so X-Man, Pinoy is X-Man in the Discord, and he lives in Nevada. Gadoosh. That's it, man. Dudes, 1 minute 31, still our gap. We, top of the climb, it says here it's 18.7 kilometers away. So really kind of crazy what they're saying about the climb here. If you look over at this one here, yeah, 19 kilometers to go there. Like, are we really on the... So we're probably just on the climb now. What they're measuring it at. Okay, we'll come back here. 34.4 kilometers to go, guys. And this is kind of what we're doing. Kind of going through this kind of terrain. No more farms, no more open lands. Winds have really dropped off here, it looks like. Rain's backed away. There's a bit of wind still. I'd say there's a little bit still. A lot less than what we saw earlier. I'm not seeing raindrops anymore on the camera. Trying to see if I can see any on the road here. UAE responsible at the front, as usual. Ineos riding second. I can see the EF boys starting to move up too. Visma more present. Dude, I need white bib shorts. I do. Oh, wow. Rail saying throw. Okay. Yeah, so what's with this influencer? Becky, I need to know what that. I think Aaron said it too about the crazy redhead, because I saw this woman kind of harassing Poggy. Like, he's busy changing, and she's asking him questions, and it sounded like she was calling him Podge a cheater. And someone in the comments did say, imagine if this was the other way around, like if this was a male talking to a female, trying to get out of their jersey and stuff. Like, yeah, just leave the dude alone. That's why they need those handlers there. Dudes, and when I say the handlers, you notice when they finish the stage, a bunch of dudes come in and they're doing this. They got their hands out everywhere. They're pushing people back. They're kind of guiding the riders to where they need to go. There was a big stink a couple of years ago where, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I thought the guy was just doing his job. I don't know. He's 50 years old. I don't know. Guiding one of the female cyclists. And there was a bunch of comments that people said, why is he touching her? Why does he keep touching her? She didn't ask to be touched. That's his job. He has to guide her and get her away from all the fans and the craziness and just guide them. Mr. DiBiase, cherries when they're doing their thing cause a cramping that won't allow you to sleep. Dude, didn't have cramping? Let's talk about gasus maximus. Not only that, but you literally feel like a time bomb with a ramp. Dude, exactly. It was like, I'm not sure what's going to happen right now. I'm not sure. It was one of those, here we go. EF's moving up on the right-hand side of the road, guys. UAE in the middle, Ineos following. Carapaz might be thinking something to do. The Jaguar is ready to pounce here, guys. England has got the cheese. Oh, England had the cheese roll races. Okay. Okay. Aaron, I think this gal's shtick is to go up to famous men and flirt, and they have no idea what is going on. Someone she has a press pass from the Vuelta, which has been revoked. Good. Because I think in that thing, she goes, why does he never look at me when I talk to him? Because you're nobody. You're a goofy influencer. I hate influencers. Like, unless they're really contributing something. Yeah, that girl. Vuelta gave her a pass based on her amount of followers. You only have to look at her feed to see that was a bad decision. She was making lewd and rude comments about riders' bodies, etc. Yeah, get rid of her. Get rid of her. I'm glad she's gone. No more she's my cherry pie for Colin for a while. Yeah, dude. The cherries, my body can't take them. Dude, and I think it was the day, it was for stage 2, guys. That was the day I had to wake up at 3 a.m. The race was supposed to start at 4:15. I got no sleep that night. And the race is on now, guys. UE is going to have to be watching the front. EF's coming. There's Carapaz sitting in the distance. Visma 2's throwing me off at this race. Their jerseys are a slightly different color, aren't they? They're riding a different... no, that's Uno X. Yeah, that's Uno X there. And is that Visma back there? No, that's Uno X again. So Visma's nowhere near the front, guys. I'm just waiting to see their blob of riders sitting a little further back. Alpecin's even coming to the front now. UAE. Bahrain Victorious is right there. Movistar is coming up as well. Yeah, let's go. 32.7 kilometers to go in the race itself. It says we still have 16.5 kilometers up this category 1 climb here. Anything could go off. Just seeing strings of teams lined out here. Different colors from the overhead shot here. She's called Irola Jeans, and she's an idiot. Okay. Let's take a look. I did see the decathlon team coming up too, so someone called out Felix Gall here. I just see that right now, so let's just talk about decathlon quickly. So this dude here, Matthias Teslafim, saying Gall will win. Drew, grape juice is my bane, my nemesis. It's cherries for me, dudes. Like, whoa. Decathlon, we have Felix Gall, Leo Bissio, Chamberlain, who did well in the time trial, De Pestel, who did well in the time trial, Jordan Labrosse, great rider, Gregor Mulberger. Oh, and that's right. It's Mulberger and Gall who are leaving next year, correct? Is that correct? Yeah. You can see his contract doesn't go through 2026. And I think, are they going to Trek? Didn't we talked about this, guys? I know we did. That Gall and Mulberger, I believe, are going to Trek next year. That's why you're not seeing a 2027 contract here. Matthew Ricca Frickentello and Callum Scottson. Decathlon has a nice team. We'll chill here for a little bit, guys. It's Ivo Oliveira pulling on the front here. Looks like Vermeesh is second on road there for UAE. Michael Kadan, hey dude, how you doing today? Nice to see you again. Dude, I'm always here, man. Michael, I am always here, bro. I need you guys here every day with me. Dude, let's have a quick look at that. We're on the climb. We got 15 kilometers to go. We still have 6 riders up front. Gap slowly coming down. They're going to slowly pull them back. They don't want to get them too quick. 120 is the gap. Let's see what I'm going to be doing in the future here. So we got La Vuelta. That's taking us right through to September 12th. I believe it's September 12th. On the Friday, there was overlap last year. I remember that. We got the GP Quebec. I'll talk about that one at the same time. In Canada, you can watch the GP Quebec on CBC Gem, guys. So if you're Canadian, you can watch the whole race right there. It's free to watch. Just make an account. You can watch it there. The GP Montreal is on the 13th. And then there's a bit of a gap. Okay, yeah. Don't worry about me, guys. Don't worry about me. Okay, so into September here. I'm trying to get us caught up here, guys. Oh, there's lots coming. Oh, my. Dudes, I did these races last year, like GP Industria and Arginato. That's our Pro Series race. This is part of like the Fall Classics. And that's going to overlap with the Vuelta. Here's the GP of Quebec on September the 11th. So Arginato, that's an important race. GP Industria and Arginato, that's on September 7th. That's a big one. Toscana is another big one. The Memorial Alfredo Martini, that's a 1.1 race. We'll try to cover those. There's the GP Montreal. I'll try to cover that. The Trofeo Matteotti, that's another big race. But obviously, guys, we're waiting for World Championships, which will be the end of September. There it is. Ooh, it's not. Looks like World Championships start on September 20th. So the individual time trial for the men starts on September 20th. Wow, that's coming fast. How am I going to watch all that? I don't know. I don't know yet. Okay, back to the race, guys. We'll take you back here. Let's see if this is right. 31. Yeah, this is going to jump a little bit. Dustin the Wind. Dude, you're back. Hello, everyone. Little family vacation in Big Cedar in Branson, Missouri before school, and now let's go cycling, dude. Get it. Yep, that's right. Gall and Mulberger are indeed going to Lidl Trek next year, guys. Dustin, what did I miss? It looks like Poggy's in red, so status quo. Yeah, it is due for now. He won the time trial stage 1 by 9/100ths of a second. Yesterday's stage was won by Matty Brennan for Team Visma Lisa Bike. Stage 3 we're on right now. UAE's pushing the front right now. Category 1 climb. It's a 20-kilometer climb. Not super steep, though. Only around, I think it's just under 5% gradient. We've had 6 riders away for the majority of the day. That includes the green jersey wearing Ethan Hayter, who now officially has the green jersey because it was Poggy's at the start of the day. Alcoholic Daddy took a large glass filled with ice, 4/5 vodka, 1/5 cherry juice, about 4 to 6 daily. Yeah, no thanks. That would kill me, man. Yeah, so I'm glad they get rid of those trolls, those stupid influencers at these races. Yeah, dude, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, why is she here? What is she saying to him? She was calling him podgy cheater. That's what she was calling him. And of course, she's dressed up, trying to look, great for the camera, hair done, makeup done, dressed up all pretty. It's like, just go. Like, what's your talent? That you dress up? You have no talent. You're not contributing to cycling. Reading on, guys. The golden ratio. Dude, yeah, I can't even drink anymore. Dawn's birthday is September 7th this year, Dawn, so we're going to have a little bit of a celebration for Dawn here. With the green jersey thing and this influencer thing, the Vuelta is starting out right where it left off last year. Yeah, exactly, dude. The Vuelta is a crazy race. Weird things happen during La Vuelta. So, dude, I'm going to find out where she is and I'm going to go trash her on Instagram, maybe. Why not? September 20th is Remco Day. Oh, it is. Men's Elite Individual Time Trial. 6 riders at the front. It looks like it's going to start cracking here right away, guys. Ethan Hayter will be the first to crack here. Dudes, I love the scenery. Love the walls. I love me a good wall. This is the, it's the Mont Louis. That's the climb we're going up, actually. Big, it looks like a walled village almost. Yeah, September 21 is Marlon Reuser Day. That's the women. Who's this dude here? Dude, sorry if my eyes are bad. My eyes are bad. Looks like Tom. Tom Gone Live. Tom Gone Live. Just joined the channel. Excellent commentary. Thanks, dude. Thank you very much. LMF 25 is here. Heart says, my boy Brennan. Dude, great win by Matty Brennan. LMF, Whitley Bay. How many bike lengths did Matty Brennan win by? Like, I had a quick look yesterday, and I forgot to look again. Dude, I make a lot of plans to do other stuff, and I got sidetracked. Like, I was posting ads last night at 7:30 at night. I was out and about through the day. I was riding my bike. But I'm going to think Matty Brennan won 7, 8, 9, 10 bike lengths yesterday. Yeah. 6 riders up front are now broken apart. Gaps now down to 43 seconds. And those black clouds are still in the distance. 3 riders have gone up the road. Equipo Kern Pharma, Jaco Alula rider, and the Uno X rider Magnus Cort. Magnus Cort is in the front group, guys. So it's Wenzel, Helamos, and Cort in the front group. We've got the other 3 riders behind them. They're waiting to be caught. These 3 might try to go for something. We're still a long way to go on this climb, though. Yeah, both climbs are at 4.9% indeed. Almost at 300 watching. Yeah, dude, it says, yeah, well, I've got over 300 people watching. So, dudes, I do this every day. So when there's other dudes that do this, good dudes, I'm still doing it. When they take their days off, I'm still doing this. I did miss stage 21 of the Tour de France this year. Very important reasons to me. Even more important reasons because I had to go deal with the ex at the same time to bury the household dog, the house pet, Pedro. Rest in peace, Pedro. It's amazing what people remember what I talk about on this channel. Like, it was Nina yesterday. She goes, oh, you mean Pedro? His adventures across... Dude, that kind of I was like, wow, you remember that. Wow. Oh, wow. Drew saying September 22nd is his 2nd birthday. Nearly died. September 21st, geez. Late night cycling car accident. Could not walk for 10 weeks. Wow. Jeez, Drew. Okay, dudes. Ethan Hayter group. There's 3 of them there. They've just been caught by the main peloton, the GC peloton. UAE just rolling through. Riders going over, grabbing bottles. UAE not even looking at the bottles. UAE is on a mission here right now, guys. They're going to keep it hard. Poggy riding 5th wheel. Lots of riders grabbing bottles. And some Musettes here. Bottles all over the middle of the road here. This is where you got to be careful. Okay. Got to keep rolling here, guys. Yeah, I think Colin ripped a gastric nimbus muscle with those chairs. Yeah, dude, that was horrible. I will never eat cherries again in my life. Like I thought, oh, these look good. They were tasty. Uh, Ziggy saying would love to see it. His biggest dream, Vouts, is winning de Ronde van Vlaanderen. As a Belgian, I can only support that, of course. Exactly, dude. Uh, how did Van Aert do at the sprint? He attacked early. Oh, at this sprint, actually, no, he wouldn't have gotten any points today. At the intermediate sprint point today, the breakaway group of 6 swooped up all the points. And I mentioned it earlier. From my memories of the Tour de France this year, they paid down to 15th place. Is that right, guys? Because anyone remember that? There was 1 point for 15th at the intermediates. At La Vuelta, they only pay down to 5th place. So you can't just be a best of the rest sprinter and scoop up points. You got to be actively involved in his intermediates all day long, like at the front. Yeah, the best thing you can do is ignore the bad social media influencers. Okay, still reading on, guys. Aaron saying Prime Vote without Primoz or Jonas duties could top 10. Yeah, for sure. Dave W. I think I'll listen to your commentary from now, Colin. I can't. Oh, Pogacar. Yeah. Dude, yeah, some guys are harder to listen to, and Sean Kelly's got a very, very strong accent. I'm really good with accents, but yeah, I have to really pay attention, and I'm like, this is too much work. So Dave W's here. Dave, I know who Dave is. Dave, you're a Ruby guy. I just realized that. This is Dave from Ruby. I'm positive it is. Dave, Ruby, right? I can tell by your little avatar. Your little avatar, which I can barely see right now, by the way. 10.4 kilometers to go. UAE still on the front, guys, doing what they need to do. Red Bull sitting second place in the string of teams. Bahrain, EF, Uno X is right there too. Remember, Magnus Kort's up the road for Uno X, guys. That's why Uno X is getting involved here at the front right now. The Cunning Linguist is saying any thunderstorms towards finish. I've seen the storms in the distance. They said it was raining at the finish line. We've seen raindrops on course. It's stopped now, though. For less than 40 seconds to make the catch. I'd say the front of this peloton's moving really nice right now. And you can see here on our little imagery here that they are closing slowly. Yeah, I saw the aqueduct in the background there too, Aaron. Yeah, Justin, Van Aert would have to lose 25 pounds to win a Grand Tour, then he wouldn't challenge on the Classics. Yeah, it's always that fine line. How big, how light can you get? I'm never going to get super light. And you know what? I don't want to be 160 pounds. I don't want to be. Yeah, Drew's had some terrible bike accidents, guys. It's a double viaduct to boot. From Dave. Okay, so we saw the vote thing again. Yeah, so at the interview today, the points were taken by Ethan Hayter. He got the 20 points there. And then 4 of his breakaway teammates of the day, there were 6 of them, they scooped up the rest of the points. No points for any of the other sprinters today at the intermediate. Nope. Sylvia's asking, did he take 6 and score a few points? No, because there were 6 in that break. And at the intermediates, they only score down to 5 at this one. There's no points after that. If we're talking about today. Yeah, Visma's just stage hunting, guys. Rail saying, Kelly struggles with the English language. I believe he was raised Celtic. Oh, yeah, Aaron. Poggy giving Vought's son his sunglasses. That's right. Yeah, that was a really weird Paris-Roubaix. Like that was the one where Yeah, that was so weird. All the punctures at the beginning, uh, Poggy on the side of the road, getting the Shimano neutral service blue bike, complaining about the bike later. People online thrashing him, saying if it wasn't for that blue bike, you never would have gotten back up there, which is true. Mathieu van der Poel breaking down at the worst possible place, the Ehrenberg Forest, no support nearby. Standing there, Jasper Philipsen comes along, gives him his bike, different pedals. Mathieu tries to pedal away on it. He can't. Stops, then ends up walking back down the road to Tibor Del Grosso, who gives him his front wheel so Mathieu can continue. He brought it back to within 30 seconds. He was almost back with him, and then it kind of faded out. But just great stories in that race. Yeah, Dave right here. That's right, Colin. One of your earliest subscribers. Dave, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Dave, I've been on Ruby every day. I just don't really ride with anyone anymore. So my rides on Ruby right now, I'm always there lurking. I'm just doing Ironman events, 40, 50, 60K events by myself with 3 pace partners. So my speeds are way too high. My times are way too quick. Because Ruby does give you a very, very enhanced draft. I always complain about it. But when I'm riding it myself, I'll take it. Looks like Wenzel's going by himself here, guys. Equipo Kern Farmer Rider is going by himself. Magnus Cort reacts to it right now. Helamos looks like he's going to get distance. And here's that same Shimano Neutral Service motorbike coming by right now. Railsing, Visma may think Tullett is a good bet today, but Poggy without legs and hands would outsprint Tullett on this type of finish. Mr. DiBiase saying those Tiffany blue giant bikes remind me of Bianchi bikes. I'll have to take a look at them. Okay. Swiss talking to Aaron here. Oh, just guys splintering out the back here. Still 8.3Ks to go. I love that too. Taddy even excused himself afterwards. Vote for not collaborating yesterday. I am a Primos fan, but my respect toward Taddy is big. Dude, I love them all. I love them all, but I like to see riders crack too. I really would. I want the story. I want to see Poggy crack really one bad one day and then come back. Thought I saw a greasy stash there. It's not Mr. McNulty, it's Jay Vine. And we're in the rain, guys. I can see the rain coming down now. Wenzel and Cort are in a downpour here. See how bad this really is. The camera may be looking at worse than it is. Cort's got his mouth open, gasping, trying to get back on. Dude, nice move here for Wenzel. Wenzel? Luxemburger? I'm not sure if we drop the W and make it a V or not. Magnus Cort's back, retiring at the end of this year. Dude, this is the right guy to be with. Almeida sitting directly ahead of Poggy. And then we got the Red Bull boys coming. That looks like Primos right there. So everyone's going to get soaking wet here, guys. It's coming. They are in the rain clouds now. Sunglasses. Who likes sunglasses, guys? I've got a lot of sunglasses. A lot. I've got the Maui Jims. I lost a really good pair of Maui Jims. Kind of like, what do they call it? The tortoiseshell ones? You know, the black and, you know. Ooh. Mats Wenzel has cracked Cort and is going on by himself. 7.6 kilometers to go. Dude, it looks like it's pouring, but it's hard to tell if we're just looking through the raindrops. If it's worse than that or not. I think it's raging rain right now. Yeah, so I got my Oakleys for outside cycling. I've got Maui Jims for beachwear. Used to have 2 pairs down to 1. I've got a couple pairs of Ray-Bans, which I really like the gold ones, the aviators. I've got like a plasticky aviator. Dude, my favorite acquisition, I've got the Tony Stark Edith sunglasses. I own a pair. I love them. You have to look that up if you want to know what that is. Dude, Salih Hassan here. I'm 118 kilograms of all pure man power. And I'm climbing Mount Olympus tomorrow. Dude, are you legitimately doing that? Uh, Vote probably promised his son he would try. Imagine your son's favorite rider not being you. Ouch. Yeah, totally. Um, yeah, dude, I have never been hit by a car either. Helmos getting caught now by the Peloton. So we have one rider still up the road. He's got about a 40-second lead. Helmos takes a gel out of his back pocket and he's going to get it ready to pass it to a teammate. You can see that's what he's doing right now. And yep, it's wet. It's wet. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if these guys are getting cold at the top because it says at the very, very top, we're going to be like 15 degrees Celsius with this downpour. Mount Olympus in Cyprus. Dude, I know that one. On Ruby, dude, I'm pretty sure I've done Mount Olympus on Cyprus. Ruby's got a lot of routes, and they must have had a creator, or they send crews all around the world to film video footage. And I bet you Dave, who's here in the chat, has probably done some of those Cyprus routes. Because that's the only way I'd ever be able to do it. Magnus Court being caught now. So he's just going to sit back, try to slot back in here. That's Mr. DiBiase saying that's the one thing I like about Poggy. He gave Cavendish's son his neon yellow sunglasses too. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't give away stages, but he will give away his sunglasses. Poggy sunglasses on eBay could pay your rent. Yeah, you gotta like your sunglasses. I'm always in sunglasses outside. Always. Yeah, Swiss the gear. Most Visma and UE riders are best friends, and nobody can deny that Poggy is the best in almost every race. Yeah, that's right, guys. This is one sport, and I try to tell my friends this who know nothing about cycling, like direct competitors. There's no other sport where direct competitors spend this much time, like right beside each other. Like, I watch a lot of baseball now. I do see it there too. You know, they get on base, they have a little chuckle together, they laugh, they goof around with each other. But it's just a few minutes at a time. They might have played together for years, but we have direct competitors riding side by side each other, helping each other at times, passing bottles to each other. It's amazing cycling, what goes on, the dynamics of the peloton. I think most people from the outside go, yeah, it's just a bunch of guys riding bikes. Well, yeah, but it's more than that. I'm just going to have a little zoom in here, guys. Here's our climb right now. There's Wenzel, the lone Wenzel for Equipo Kern Pharma. Pro Series team ahead. The peloton's coming real fast, though, guys. He's got 6 kilometers to go, and it is a fast climb. I think someone earlier said this is a very draftable climb. You can tell. On the front, we're talking 31k an hour. On the climb, if this was a real tough one, we'd see speeds more of 17, 18k an hour for the pros. I'd be doing about 7 or 8 kilometers an hour on the tough climbs. So that's the speed differential between pros and average schmoes like me. Dave's saying we could do some of that rain over there in the UK. Yeah, I heard it's blisteringly hot in the UK right now. Colin, you want to do Poggy, a Froome, Vuelta 2017, or even more extreme, Landis. Yeah, I want a Floyd Landis. Dude, like, I want to see it. I want to see Poggy struggle, and I want to see him come back. Definitely the best rider out there, but dude, it's the stories. That's why I follow cycling so much. It's when dude, remember early this year when Campenarts grabbed the bottle, poured some over a guy on another team, and then gave him the bottle. Like, that's what I love about pro cycling. It's that stuff. There was a race years ago, guys, in Australia where someone here helped me. There was a dude from another team give a front wheel, I believe it was, to Richie Porte. It was the coolest thing I ever saw. They both got fined afterwards. That's a big no-no. You can't do that. And it was because they were both Australians. Well, yeah, that's right. He's Tasmanian. And I think he would say that too. No, I'm Tasmanian. Like, there's a big difference. If you're from Australia, same place. Tasmanian tiger, the thylacine, does it exist? Does the Tasmanian tiger still exist? I'm not sure. I think it's out there. It is pouring at the finish line. Okay, reading on. Poggy gives, this is Justin, Poggy gives equipment to kids all the time. It's not just because it was Van Aert's son. He's an ambassador for the sport. Yeah, dude, it's pouring. At the finish line, absolutely pouring. Umbrellas are out everywhere. Looks like it's very, very dark. Rain ponchos galore. And okay, messages coming from dudes. I'm busy right now. Sorry, man. Yeah, Wenzel is on a mission today. Excuse me, they're gaining real quick on him now, guys. Just gonna try to do a little bit of that. You can see what they're climbing here. So there's our first climb of the day, category 1. And then we keep moving. Okay, I gotta figure this out. What's going on here? My friend's saying, why are you depressed? Suck it up, Buttercup. Get good, get angry. Dude, I'm good. Maybe he's watching my video and he thinks I'm depressed. I am not depressed, dude. Resume the tracking. Jay's verifying that riding in the rain is not fun. Yeah, dude, it's all about traction and stuff like that. Landism. More Landa. Okay. Using it for both. Yeah, I'd love to see Poggy have a crack, implode, lose time, then have to fight to bring it all back. Don says he's got a couple of pairs of Oakleys. Okay, reading on, dudes. Dude, I got the Drew. I sold my latest, dude, $22 on Amazon. The Tony Stark ones. They're the ones that unlock Edith, and Edith is a goofy acronym that he came up with. I've been watching the movies, and I think he has blue ones in the movie, and they're also in the Spider-Man movie. The Edith sunglasses, you know. I've got a yellow pair, and yeah, I'm wearing it at the wrong time because during the day they're way too bright because they're yellow. But I really like them. Aaron lost a pair of cycling sunglasses on a bump on a downhill in a Grand Fondo in the Blue Ridge part of the Appalachians. Salih Hassan lives in Cyprus. And okay, dudes, I just want to keep track of it. Dude, they're just showing the pouring rain at the finish line here. Pouring. Reminds me of the storm they had when it was Tony Martin. Tony Martin? Yeah, had to like huddle on the side of the road to avoid the hail. Do you guys remember that? The hail was coming down so hard he had to get off the road and hide. And I recently saw a video. There was like a little boy there, young kid. Tony Martin was actually grabbing him by the hand to get him out of the way too. Like, get up here. You need to hide. Some of the stuff they ride through is insane. This might be... I can't tell if this is the finish line now or just the top of this climb coming up. The Col du Mont Louis. I need some gifts. I need gifts. Dude, reading on here. MLB has... Ooh, I just lost feed from Flow. I could see it still there, but it's blacked out. MLB has specific non-camaraderie rules. Aaron, I need more details. What do you mean? Like they can only be too broy when they're out there? Salih Hassan. Yeah, at this point, Poggy will stay in the red jersey. Almost at the yellow. Yeah, it is a fortified town. That's what I saw too, Rail. Yeah, there's definitely a fortified town. Dudes, I'll try to do it right here. Maybe we can do it right here. This is it. You can actually see the star outline of the city. And I think up above too is a separate fort. So you can see the walls there around that city, town, village. Right there. So I guess These are the killing points here, I guess you would call it. They make these little angles so you have to fight your way in and you're getting shot from different sides. So there's a small town here that's fortified. You can definitely see that like star fortress shape. And then also up above here, what is this place? Commandos? Dudes, don't tell me this is where the like the French Foreign Legion hangs out. Could you imagine? Centre National d'Entraînement Commando. My French sucks, but I got a feeling that this is some kind of training site for French commandos. Is that true? And if so, I want to believe that it's the French Foreign Legion. I want to believe that. And if it is, this might be the greatest video I've ever done in my life. Please tell me the truth. Someone let me know. Yeah, dudes, I've lost all coverage from Flow Bikes here. It's just blacked out now. So, dude, we're relying on this all together now. Don saying there's a bit of camaraderie on pro bowling. Their sponsors don't pay for travel and hotels, so they often travel together and share rooms when they travel, even though they are competitors. Dude, that's crazy. Someday, Drew's going to drive up to see Floyd's of Leadville, see what kind of goodies he sells at the dispensary. Good old Floyd. Yeah, UCI fines for stupid things. Sock heights, yeah. Philip. Poggy hands his sunglasses to Votes. Son, here, kid. Now you can see your dad chasing me for the next decade. Yeah. Gotta keep reading, guys. Yeah, dude, that Floyd Landis thing is still insane. So, guys, someone let me know in the chat this training center here. There's a second walled area, but there's that fortified town of Mont-Louis. Wenzel's still on the break. There's no video now. And we're just rocking and rolling here. Don saying, a dude in my club used to wear soccer socks pulled up to his knees. He was a fantastic mountain biker. High socks was jorts as a look. Yeah, dude, exactly. Jean shorts with the high socks. That is a look. The rain in Spain, we got that too. I'm looking for commando coverage. Okay, Aaron. Yes, Colin. No bro cavorting the MLD, but most do a little. Yeah, dude, I like seeing it. I mean, dude, like, the camaraderie in baseball must be incredible. The amount of games that they play, you know, even when they're not playing, they're hanging out in the dugouts, eating sunflower seeds. I'd love to know the sunflower seed poundage that these teams go through and how they can eat sunflower seeds every day and not completely destroy their mouth. Okay, Rail, Colin, Mont-Louis is a military town. I believe the French commando is based there. Yeah, dude, that's what it shows on the map. But when I think French commandos, I want to think it's the French Foreign Legion. That's what I want to think. It's right there. So there's the Centre National d'Entraînement Commando. So this is where they train, for sure. And I guess it's got that star-shaped fortress, too. So I'm guessing this was something from way back when, and it's been rebuilt over top of, because I don't know why they would build that fortress in the modern times. But the town is also fortified as well. Small town here. So Wenzel's already going through the town right now. Peloton's chasing at the moment. You can see it going on here now, guys. Category 1 climb. Wenzel's going to take it. So Wenzel's going to be going mountain point hunting, guys. What do you guys think? 15 points? I believe that would be 15 points for him going through there. Yeah, I would love to know. I love the French Foreign Legion stories. I need a good video. I think I've seen almost every single one of them. Maybe I need a new good French Foreign Legion book. Anyone got any ideas for me? So they haven't given them the points yet, but there will be only 10 points available here and 5 at the top. So 10 points is a category 1 climb. Ooh, Wenzel gets time bonifications there too. Okay. And we'll resume the tracking, let it do its thing. So guys, after the top of the category 1, there's just a small little downhill. The farms start appearing again. The valley opens up a little bit before we turn again and start cruising up to the finish line. Okay. Drew's saying exactly, Colin, but probably French military, the French Foreign Legion training may be at the same site. This guy here, Manier, dude, welcome aboard, lurker. Dude, look at the lurkers right now. We have so many lurkers here, 441 at this point and counting. Here we go. Due to current weather, we're having technical difficulties here with the cameras. At least that's popped up now. He's saying it's the French National Army from Manier. Dude, welcome aboard. Thanks for letting us know that. Dude, I'm just fascinated by the French Foreign Legion, though. Gadouche bang time in 10 kilometers. Mont Louis is the top of the climb. Indeed, dude, we just passed over the top of the category 1 climb. Oh, dude, and right here now, I'm seeing, remember, I've got, my video footage now is just some long-range shots. They're not showing the race. It's back now. And here we go. On screen here, too, they are together now. It's Wenzel and Fortunato are together. They're here showing that they're separated. It's saying Fortunato is 17 seconds behind. Wenzel, he's not. He's with them. And there's a tax. Dude, it is so dark. And I'm not sure if that was just lights on cars coming on, but I saw a big flash. If that was lightning, it could have just been some camera issues. Yeah, this is going to be terrible for coverage here. So 2 riders are up the road by, I think it's 15 seconds. Actually, it's saying 40 seconds here. So Lorenzo Fortunato's on the move with Mats Wenzel. So not sure when Fortunato made that jump. Probably got second place over the top of the climb. And yeah, because here it's saying that they're separated. They're not. They're riding right together. Now they're together. Not getting any information as to who got the climb points. Let me just see if I can. So there was time bonifications and climb points there. We're going to figure that out pretty quick. Who's actually going to get those? The balance of them. Wenzel was first over. Sakura, random question. Colin, have you ever been to Central or South America? No. I'd like to. Dude, like, okay, Mexico, North America. That's as close as I've been. I've never actually been to technically Central America. I've got friends who are always like, let's go down to Belize. Let's go down to Costa Rica. Might do that in the future. South America for me would be like Peru. Right there. Nazca. You know what I'm talking about, right? Ollantaytambo. Dude, that's where I want to go. So I could do a guided tour down there. Oh, riders scrambling and hiding now beside the buildings. The hail's coming. Dude, I jinxed them. I jinxed the riders. I said, remember Tony Martin in the hailstorm? There's riders pulled off. They're hiding. Poggy is leading the way now, guys. Dude, I'm liking seeing this. Very little. I don't think he has many UAE riders with him right now. Dude, it is torrential. Poggy's sitting on the front giving directions. Like, hey, guys, move to this side. Oh, this is hilarious. I don't know if Poggy's waving his finger at someone saying, no. I swear that's what he's doing. To a two-door rider. Oh, wow. What's going on? Looks like one rider just rode off course. There's an EF rider off course. Oh, they've lost track of which way to go. I think some riders went through, some went off. Poggy's saying something over to the right. Another rider is saying something over to the right. And then it looks like riders went off course. Yes, a Lidl truck rider indicating that way too. And then Bob Raymer's rider's going, this way? Poggy said, no, this way. They have no idea where they're going right now. They're probably, I bet you there's not a lot of motos out there right now. And they're kind of like, you know, they usually have a team of motorbikes with them. The police motorbikes guiding the way. Wow, that's insane. Oh, wow. Good shift. A very interesting visit. It's a modern military complex, a fortress built by Vauban. Photos and videos are not allowed inside. Dude, good shift. You're a lurker, but welcome aboard, dude. Thanks for that information. So apparently that maybe you've been there or something. I'm not sure. Heavy hail at the finish from Gary. Gary Russell. Dude, Gary, thanks for jumping on in and letting us know that you're not just a lurker, but you're here. Dude, I'm watching the hail. Like, there's riders scrambling. Dude, they're pinned against the buildings. Pinned against the buildings. Dude, it looks like two of them are hugging each other here. Like, they're not even on the same team. There's a rider, I didn't see his team, holding an Ineos rider. Like, come here, bro. Come here. Let's hug it out. Yeah, the ground is white at the finish line. This looks like Alberta on an August afternoon. Same place. And I am going to say here now at the finish line that I'm looking at, it looks like the majority of it is stopped. So it's already moved through that area, but now it's blasting the riders. So Gary, welcome aboard. Other dude about the thing. Yeah, dude, they're still hiding. Dude, these guys must be frozen. Dude, they're off the bikes. They've parked their bikes and they're now hanging out in the cafe that's there. I just go in and have a coffee. Random tourists are like, come over here, dude. This is hilarious. I love it. Dude, how cool would it be to like, dude, come on over here, man. Here, I'll stand in front of you. I'm going to shield little Valentine Paripont. See, they'd want taller guys like me there. Full-size men. Dude, I love it. Okay, good shift. He's got the wiki going for us here, man. Created on the 1st of January 1964 as a descendant of the 11th Parachute Regiment. So this is a Parachute Regiment training center. Dudes, the cyclists are off their bikes inside buildings on the side of the road. They're inside. This is the craziest. This might be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Wow. Dude, I hope you guys can see this. Okay, I gotta catch up, guys. Dude, it's nuts. The weather is crazy. Dude, this is insane. Here's a Tudor rider signaling his buddy. Dude, get in here, man. Dude, yeah, you can't ride on this stuff. Please don't stop the stage. Please don't stop the stage. Let them suffer. I want suffering. And then continue. I don't like when they cancel stages. Yeah, I get it. It could be dangerous. It is uphill, though. Yeah, they're sweeping the finish line right now. They got brooms out. They're trying to get most of that hail off the road. Yeah, this is normal here, guys. I'm not sure if you know or not, but Calgary, where I live, well, I definitely live close to Calgary now since I got punted from my property. It's like hailstorm central here. We have like hailstorms will go through and do $1 billion worth of damage. I think there was a huge one a few years ago. Like all the houses get stripped of all their siding. Live feed is back, but we're not seeing a lot of racing here now. I don't know if anyone's still riding. The last thing I saw, Poggy was leading a group of riders. People were lost, pointing in different directions. These guys have no idea where they're going now. Dude, stop. Hold the phone right here. I had Fab Cycling. I had a roommate in college in the French Foreign Legion. Dude, are you serious? Dude, Fab. Stage is yours. The stage is yours. I want the story right now. I want the story. I'm going to keep rolling on here as quick as I can here. Dawn. Is it Dawn? Dawn Almahan just joined. What's happening? Dude, there's a hailstorm. The cyclists are off their bikes, huddling and cuddling, seriously, inside of buildings. Random fans helping them, trying to get the bikes inside. Dude, I'd be like, I'm going right now. You guys can stand. I'm going. I'm going to pick up 50 positions in the Tour. La Vuelta. That's what I meant to say, but you know what I'm saying? Same thing. More guys piling into the buildings. I haven't heard anything if the race has been neutralized. Let's go back to PCS here. Okay, they are. The race is neutralized. Due to the extreme weather conditions, the riders have decided to pause the race and seek shelter. They're inside having coffees right now and croissant. What happened to Fortunato and Wenzel? Did they pause the race? I don't know. So the Hale looked like the Tony Martin year of Hale, where Tony Martin was like hiding under the trees on the side of the road by himself. This is insane. I still want to know about the French Foreign Legion. Costa Rica rafting is big business. There's a dude in this channel. His name's Todd Osborne. He's here once in a while. He lives down, I think he's in Costa Rica. Honduras is Central America. Yeah, today, dude, you got to run what you brung. Whatever you got. There's no switching tires out. Guys, there's still guys. I don't even know what building they're walking into here. Don't even know. Bruno Amaral standing here. He wants to get going, but he's standing there shaking. He's frozen. Most of the riders are in full rain kit now. Amaral's just in his jersey. Looks cold. Oh, dude, yeah. Soaked to the bone. And they still have 10 kilometers to go. I wouldn't be surprised if the race gets shut down right here. Yeah. I think the race will be neutralized completely here. Fab Cycling. I went to Bolivia for a month. Talk about walking around with a mouthful of cocoa river. Fab, I need your French Foreign Legion story. Dude, this is the chaos we wanted. Anti-domination still up in the air. Crazy hail. This is how you do a stage. I love it. I love it. Dude. Yeah, so race interrupted. So they are saying the race is interrupted right now. What if you said, nah, man, I'm still riding? Like, what if you were Wenzel or Fortunato saying, screw you guys, we're riding through this? But I think it gets neutralized and you got to stop. Yeah, we got chaos, guys. Yeah, dude, and you got to think about too, like they're riding into that hail. So the speed of them riding multiplied by the hail hitting them, like it would sting. Soaked to the bone. So Wrangler Cycling 6420, great coverage. Dude, thank you so much. Where you're from, dude. We've got a lot of lurkers coming out of the lurking bushes right now. They're no longer creepy and dirty lurkers. They're friends of Inside Cycling World. Get in here, dudes. Drop the cycling knowledge. Drop some common knowledge on us. And, okay, here we go. Here we go. This is stay on target, guys. This is red leader stay on target right now. Dude, 10 kilometers to go. I think I'm waiting to find out what's going on. Dude, I just want to read the chat today. I think the race might be down, but I want to hear about the French Foreign Legion. Yeah, dude. Joey Nevin. Joey, I'm not the biggest fan of your name. Dude, you don't know me. But Joey Nevin, that's the name of my ex. Yes, it's a girl. So Joey Jojo used to be mentioned every day on the channel, and for some reason her name's been mentioned again now, and now I can almost laugh about it. We had a very therapeutic session here yesterday on Inside Cycling World with Colin. Dude, this was insane today. Joey, welcome aboard, dude. Welcome aboard. Don, dude, the race is shut down right now. I don't know what's going to happen. You got a bunch of cyclists who look half naked, soaked to the bone, hiding inside buildings, no body fat, freezing to death. It is raining at the finish line, but the hail has stopped. They're soaked at the base of a 10-kilometer climb. I don't know. Yeah, Sambo's man here. I think he was saying, nah, dude, like, he kept pointing in every direction. Dude, they're showing stage 4 tomorrow. Oh, dude, tomorrow is just death ride. Tomorrow's got 3 category 1s and a category 3 tomorrow. So we're talking about tomorrow already. The race is interrupted. Stage canceled. We just got it there. It just says 15 seconds ago the stage has been canceled, guys. So I don't know who won what today. I want to read through the chat here. Yeah, that was basically an old school cycling cafe raid there. I wonder if they were passing out drinks and coffee inside. Yep, it's like the 1905 tour when they would drink wine at the cafe. Yep, or the Giro from 2 or 3 years ago from Ziggier was also crazy in terms of low temperature. Yeah, it's French press time for the cyclists. Wow. Oh yeah, dude. Imagine that little town, that little building there, or anyone on the side of the road. The funniest one was the two dudes hugging each other, trying to stay warm. I think the dude was pulling an Ineos rider into him, like, dude, you know when you're standing beside a building and there's that little bit of overhang? The guy on the outside had none, so he was like hugging him. Dude, that was fantastic. Dudes, stage is over. The Gavia. Yeah, the Gavia is another famous one. Dudes, I'm just going to read through the chat here. So, dudes, I don't know what's going to be said here. Riders take shelter from the hail. The race is stopped. It says on PCS that the stage has been canceled. The location of the riders is all gone now. Wow. Yeah, Philip, I like this. Poggy wags his wet finger at lost riders like he's a drenched crossing guard. Yeah, they were all pointing like, which way do we go? It was probably like, hey man, where can we hide? Over here. We're gonna hide over here. Like a bunch of drowned rats. Roberto Lopez. We cycle through suffering, winning and losing together. Yeah, dude, I like that. Dude, another guy here. So the feed's done, dude. The stage is over, but I want to read the Sambos Mens. A friend of mine was in the French Foreign Legion as well. When he returned home, he couldn't get his identity back. We had to waiver for him. That's right, dude. You lose your identity, you have to take on a new name. Dude, who would have thought you would have learned about the French Foreign Legion today in this channel of mine? Not only did we learn about the French Foreign Legion, we learned about that two of the people here knew dudes that were in the French Foreign Legion. Wow, it's crazy. Yeah, guys, sorry I'm so far behind in the chat. I'm trying to catch up. Dude, stage is out. Vinny, no one's riding, dude. The stage has been neutralized. The race has stopped. As far as I can tell, it's completely over. Video feed looks dead. Stage says canceled. Over on PCS. What's Tour Tracker saying? Yeah. The organizer confirmed that the stage has been canceled. So where was the finish line? You know what they're going to do? They're going to take times at the top of the category 1 that Wenzel went through, that Fortunato was chasing. That's what they're going to do because they're going to have rough times there, right? Races neutralized. Yeah, Budster. Dude, Budster, welcome aboard, dude. No times neutralized. Dude, stage is over. I'm just going to catch up here. We got a guy from Qatar here, from Doha, Qatar. Official abandonment. Yeah, Mr. DiBiase, they'll first neutralize it. Like say, okay, guys, no more racing. Chill out where you're at. We got to clear something off the road. But now it's been officially canceled. Yeah, the video feed's gone. Everything's gone. I've got multiple things saying it's done. Mikey's back from Humboldt, Texas. First time to follow. Dude, great time to jump in, Mikey. The race just got shut down. There was a hailstorm, and the race just got shut down. Another new guy here, Francis. Dude, that was crazy. Dude's just gonna catch up. So much chat. Dude, sorry. I'm taking a sticky bottle now. There's no way I can read all this chat. Here we go. No winners, no tying game or loss probably. The stage does not count. I think they might say category 1. I'm thinking, dudes, they go back to the category 1, give the points to whoever went through there. They know the times when the peloton went through because that was just very recently, and they're going to shut it down there. Or it does say the stage was canceled. So hard to say. Dudes, anyways, wow. I love that. That was so good. Tomorrow we're in Andorra, guys. Stage 4. La Vuelta. This is what we do every day. So we've only got 3,000 meters of climb tomorrow. Now, I think tomorrow you're going to see a couple of these climbs. You're going to see one of the climbs twice, I think, or the road is going to get very close. They kind of go out and do a loop and come right back. We got a category 1 to start the day. And they're saying that the first climb is 23 kilometers long at 5%. So similar to today. A long descent, we take on another category 1. Sprint points, category 1, huge descent. Dude, tomorrow's going to be an absolute heater. Tomorrow, heater. Yeah, right here, guys. Yeah, I think this last part of the day here, it says Andorra start climb. I think we're back at the start and we take off in a different direction for the finish up this category 3 climb and another descent. The important thing for Colin is this part. Wow, tomorrow's stage is only 104 kilometers. Okay, dudes, we start later tomorrow. So 8 hours time difference. That stage tomorrow, I think, is wow, that's super late. I think we start at 6:49 tomorrow morning, guys. I'll get that up right away here. Thanks for watching, everyone. There's still 400 lurkers here. What a stage that was, dudes. I hope you got to see some of it live. Wow. Panoy's saying, according to the virtual GC, Wenzel is the virtual. Yeah, but dude, that's because. Yeah, dude, what do they do? Dude, they got to give the points. They got to give the mountain points and those time bonifications. I don't think they can just say that entire stage is gone, because then they got to eliminate the green jersey points too, right? I'd say they're going to say the race pretty much ended at the category 1. No one was impacted by the hail then, and that's where it's done. That's what I think. Okay, dudes, it's 9:45 in the morning for me. This dude has got to go to work now. This is not my job. So, dudes, I'm going to jump. Thanks for watching. All you lurkers, come back tomorrow. Dudes, you know what? If we do this right, we can get better numbers for La Vuelta than we did for the Tour de France. So, dude, let's do that. I'll be looking at some stuff later today to figure out really what happened there. I don't really know. At the finish line there, a lot of cold riders. Dudes, I got to jump. I got to drive 45 minutes up to work and talk to some stuff. And there we go. Dudes, love you all. I really mean that. And again, like I told Aaron yesterday in a private little chat, yeah, you guys kept me going this year. So, rough year. If you want the story again, I could tell it. Some people hate my personal stuff, but